It's Nichijou time! Man. They kinda got the menus going, but they got some work to do. Well, data load now. You know, it's like a very cursed yes, cursed no. High school student. Hey, dude, red hat. Okay, guys. Misato, Miko. I don't know that guy's name. Mio. Yeah, Takazaki or Kozaki? I don't even know. Nakamura and Daiko. I don't know. Daiku. I don't know. I don't know the guy's name. You know, we gotta go with Yuko, right? Let's see what she's up to. Okay, we don't want the old guy, so no cultural. I think I want Sakamoto. Let's go with Sakamoto if we can get him. Okay, roulette start. No! No, not Kocho. Everyone to your seat. Classes to your seat. Okay, well, class is starting. Takasaki, okay. It's Takasaki Sensei's class. What a pain. First, let's check the answers for yesterday's homework. This patch can still use some work, but you did it. You all did it, right? The homework, huh? Homework. I forgot to do it. This is bad. I forgot it again. But it's still not too late. If I recall correctly, yesterday's homework was yes, this handout. I don't get. We have to laugh at her. I don't get it. Not even a single one. Trying to solve these hard questions at his time would be impossible. I have to go with the usual. My turn. Could you show me your homework, please? There's something written on the paper. I'll reply. Uh-oh, is this gonna be like, you know, Yamato? Ushiro. Behind you. She threw the paper! Oh, Nakanojo. Reply to Nakanojo. Nakanojo gave it to someone else. Actually, I'm saying the no too long. Nakanojo. 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 There we go. What is it? What could be written on that paper? It's Gaki time! Viewer participation, Galaxy Denpa, Galaxy Wave, whatever, transmission, whatever. Okay. We got some hot, cold. I never understood this part. I think it's basically just your choices, though. You know, we gotta go hot, right? Yeah, the green being the top would definitely be boring. Sure. And no, I don't think so. Cool's definitely not getting top scores here. Hot. Finish. Alright. Gotta... Let's see what happens. I think they voice act after you pick the choice, so... Oh, I guess not. She threw the paper. Reply to Nakanojo. Ah, Makonojo gave it to someone else. What is it? What could be written on that paper? Oh yeah, we have the hot Tenkai style. The hot development start.
あ、まただ。みんな紙の中身を見たらすぐに別の人に渡してる。一体舞ちゃんはどんなことを書いたの？見たい。あの紙の中身が見たい。手紙？あ、みおちゃんに手紙が渡ってきた。ねえみおちゃん、私にもその手紙見せて。いいよ。というかゆっこ宛てだし。はい。
Okay. Let's see what it is.
なになに？
Kotowaru. Uh-oh. That means rejection.
回りくどい
よ！どうしたあよい？
回りくどいよ舞ちゃん、私すぐ隣にいるじゃん。喋れば1秒じゃん。
It just tacky as one to say to say it.
いや、さっきこの手紙見た人全員なんで一心伝心してるのだ。2文字、断るの2文字しか書かれてなくて、どうして私までたどり着いたの？
No, kotowaru is just one word. You probably could have gone with like nope, no way, you know, or just nope, right? Or nah, you know, but oh well.
いや、それよりもさ、まいちゃん、なんで宿題見せてくれないの？もうまいちゃんじゃなくていいから、誰か私に宿題見せてよ。
Man, there's some real components of behavior.
宿題やってこなかったのか。廊下に立ってなさい。
勢いあ、余った。Okay, maybe I'm just reading that wrong. ご視聴ありがとう。Thanks for watching.
この番組は坂本製薬の提供でお送りしました。
It's the sponsor of the program. Alright, guys.
高校生だな。
Well, you already saw that. Okay, that's enough of this, guys. That's enough of this for now. Full stream of Nichijou Chujin, maybe one day. Anyway, it's giving Disney Channel sitcom with all the background labs. You know, they do a little bit of that in RGO as well, but it doesn't happen until like episode 5. They really start pulling it out. But yeah, thanks not thanks, but well, yes, thanks, but hey guys, welcome to the stream, right? We're now finally actually starting. So you know, it's a pretty good week. Finished episode 5 content complete episode 5, so yeah, which means that it's not too much longer before it comes out, so awesome. And then of course today is the last day of July, right? So it's going to be the last day of RGO July. But there will be RGO August, don't worry. So but yes, we've been going on too long without any actual RGO happening, so let's get right into it. Today we'll probably finish episode 4. We'll see where we end up, but I don't want to do a super long stream like last time. That actually was really tiring. So where we last left off, we were decently far into episode 4, but we were not. We didn't finish it yet. So Adventures of Koyabuki, right? So it should be this one, right? We ended up where the teachers meet back, or you meet up with the teachers, right? So I knew it. It happened again. So after all of our traveling around, we're back at the school. Well, we've been at the school the whole time, but
多分そうだと思いますが。あら、あそこにいるのは。
who's that?
なあ、感じや。学生自分を思い出すわ。
ほう、盗んだバイクで走り出すような生徒でしたか。
Hey, we got straight to the stream title. The stream title. So this is actually a reference to a song. So were you one of those students who'd go for a ride on a stolen motorcycle? So once again, we gotta do our. I have it. There we go. Okay. There we go. So was it Night at 15, right? So there was a song that came out in 1983 called Jiyugo no Yoru, also called The Night. Sometimes it's called, or it's often called in English as a Night at 15. And it's a song written by a guy named Yutaka Ozaki, right? So, no, not that Yutaka. Okay. Different Yutaka. And yeah, he's like one of those tragic people where, you know, it always seems like these famous young singers, they die so young, but he was one such case, unfortunately. He might have been murdered. I think there's like it's a bit disputed. But anyway, so his debut song was a song called A Night at 15. And going for a ride on a stolen motorcycle is like one of the lyrics from the song. And the song is generally about some 15-year-old who's like fed up with life, you know, and he goes out and just steals a motorcycle one day and just goes for a night ride and kind of contemplates his life. You know, he's trying to escape his school and home life because it's kind of implied to not be so good. You know, maybe the song is being referenced to kind of allude to the idea that it's being used to allude to the idea that, like, you know, maybe Nanako had a rough upbringing, as implied by, I think, the idea that this somehow brings back memories of just going out at night and just causing trouble, right? You know, high school stuff.
そないなことせえへん。まあ、チュルッと忍び込んで、
And then
仕掛けるぐらいや。
It was something even worse. I never did anything like that, except sneaking into places and planting firecrackers. It's terrible.
犯罪すれすれですな。
I don't know if it's riding the edge. It's just straight up being a criminal.
学生の本分は勉強やない。サプライズやで。さーて残っとる生徒諸君。うちがサプライズをやるわ。今から狩りの時間やで。
The hunt. Also, hey, Rocco. Here's to see ya.
なんか不気味なオーラが。
Settling aura. The aura farming.
先生たち何やってるんだろうね。宿直だとすると見回りではないでしょうか。
So wouldn't they just be patrolling? Well,
あんな黒いオーラ出して。
they're aura maxing. What should we do?
お話ししてみる？お姉ちゃんのこと知ってるかもしれないし。やだよ。雰囲気変すぎるよ。今捕まったら食われるよ。
So this actually, if you remember the last stream about the Langoliers, this actually does tie in a little bit to the Langoliers because the teachers sort of represent that. They represent Craig Toomey's, who's a character from the Langoliers, his interpretation of the Langoliers as being these creatures that eat you if you're like a bad kid, like you're misbehaving kids, like get eaten by the Langoliers, right? So this is kind of where this is coming from, and it's like, yeah.
先生にですか？さすがにそれは言い過ぎですよ。
You know, because they're the bad students because they're at school late, right?
ねえねえ、どうする？どう思う？
What should we do? Well, Surprise them is the correct choice if you want to get... Well, it's the most interesting choice, and it's also the correct choice if you want to get a clear point. So we'll do that one last. Let's call out to them. I would like to ask them some things. Like what they want. Though. They probably want something sinister. Like a big gulp, no doubt. Okay. Alright.
近くにいますよ。
どこや、うちがサプライズをくれたる。
サプライズですか？それよりも少しお話が。
もうゼロ距離まで。桜庭先生、もちっと早う知らせてくださいよ。
いや、黒井先生にもサプライズをプレゼントしようと。
I like that line. That's good. It's good thinking, Hikaru.
うちはええねん。子供やないねんから。
Yeah, you're 27. Don't you forget it.
そう。今年で27。いろんな意味で曲がり角や。
It's a night at 27 for you.
先生。黒井先生はダメージ深そうだから、
Old.
代わりに私が
Well, not that old. That's how old I am. But I guess, yeah, and she thinks she's old. I think Hikaru, I forget how old Hikaru is. She might be older though, isn't she? Or around the same age at the very least. There's also another classic line. Kuroi sensei's too badly damaged. Talk to me instead.
それが少し困った事態になりまして。まあ察しはつくが、とりあえず宿直室まで来い。ありがとうございます。皆さん行きましょう。話しかけてよかったね。私の気のせいか。
No, it wasn't. They were saying some pretty concerning stuff.
ともかく行きましょう。解決策を見出せるかもしれません。
Nodding in agreement, we followed Sakuraba-sensei down the hall, but as we turned the corner...
あれ、先生たちはいなくなっちゃった。どこかの教室に入ったのかな？
I don't think so. I didn't hear any doors opening. Also, we turned the corner only a few seconds after them. There's no way they could have gone into our room.
だとすれば、これはやはり。
It's time to warp. Okay, yeah, this is the ending sequence after that. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. That strange aura is scaring me.
でも、先生たちから何か聞けるかもしれませんよ。どうだろう。絶対に変なこと考えてるよ。
Yeah, they're like Hiyori on... She's fantasizing too much.
そうでしょうか。私はごく普通に思えるのですが。
さーて、どっから探そう。中庭か？教室か？
You should just look in the bathrooms or something. I don't know. Far away from us.
体育館でいいでしょう。明かりもついているようですよ。
あかん。それは最後や。美味しいものは一番後。メインディッシュやで。
今の笑い声は黒井先生だよ。あれでも普通に見える？
Well, for Kuroi Sensei, that probably is pretty normal. Her normal behavior is punching people for sleeping in class.
そうですね。ここから離れましょう。
Meatball with
それがベ
Misawa.
ストです。
I don't know about that. Would he laugh super loud? I don't know.
これからどこに行くの？特に当てはありませんが、どうされました？ちょっと疲れちゃって休憩しない？先生、喉も渇いた。
I'm sure you're tired too, right, Miki-san? Let's go somewhere and rest.
そうですね。 休憩する場所を探しましょうか。いいところあるかな。椅子があるといいな。
It probably gets his neurons activated. Yeah, he would laugh if something happened to Konoto. That's definitely true. How about we surprise them?
ナイス、いいイベントだよ。けど怒られないかな。おそらく叱られると思いますが、大丈夫でしょうか。可愛い生徒のやることだよ。笑って許してくれるって。本当に？多分ね。さあみんな行くよ。
燃えるなあ。どこや、どこにおるんや。
先生実にノリノリですな。生徒たちが帰っていないのを祈るばかりですな。
Yeah, well.
ええねん。それでもええねん。結果やない。家庭が重要なんや。
ほう。と言われると
This is actually kind of a weird line in Japanese too, but like.
つまりは女性クリスマスケーキ説や。その内容は実に奮発ものでな。
Yeah, it's kind of weird because she's kind of talking about how like she's saying that like this that like since it's not about the results but the process, then that means that the women are like Christmas cakes theory is not real because women like Christmas cakes theory, I guess the way she thinks about it is it places too much focus on results, right? It's like the idea of like if you're 20, because the Christmas cakes theory idea is like if you're 25 and older and you're not married yet, then like you're not, yeah, you're kind of like spoiled goods, I guess. And yeah, I'm not really sure how that ties into the process so much, but that's kind of what she's saying there. Expired. Yeah, and the idea is because Christmas cakes, right, they're meant to be eaten around Christmas, right? So if you're past 25, then it's kind of like you're past December 25th, right? So.
せーの。
Boo. Some good art. Now you tell yourself that, Nanako. Your thumbnail material. I did use that as the thumbnail, I think, for this part of the game in the video series. I don't want to die until we get married. Well, I guess that means you're gonna live a very long life, Hikaru, because unfortunately for you, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
ここまで驚かれると逆に引くな。先生、すみません。だからですが。
Also, notably, Hikaru's voice delivery here kind of feels like the voice actor for her was just having fun, and she doesn't really sound scared, actually. Yeah, I don't take that to be scared so much as it is just she's just having fun being loud.
なんや、宝のふりしても無駄やぞ。うちは騙されへんで。
Yeah, she's not a real talker. She's a Takara LARPer.
いえ、違うんです。本当に宝でして。先生、落ち着いてください。本当に私たちなんですけど。
悪用退散プラズマ退散すべては科学に通ずる。それ以外は真っ赤なパチモン。
It's one of these instances where because the all caps text is slowed down, it takes too long to write out that the voice acting finishes. Anyway, this is a reference to Let's Go Onmyoji, right? So. Yeah, Akuro Taisan, Yokai Ayakashi Komatta Toki wa. Yeah, so that lyric, so the Akuro Taisan, Akuro, right? The Begone Evil Spirits is Akuro Taisan. You literally hear her say it. Oh my gosh! No! No! Okay, skip through all that. Get back there.
悪霊退散プラズ
Yeah, Akuro Taisan, right? So, oh, you didn't even see it, but I accidentally skipped text. I was actually did the fast forward button. So yeah, the Begone Ectoplasm, she technically says Begone Plasma, or like eliminate plasma, because plasma in Japanese kind of has an association with like paranormal stuff, like just the word plasma, similar to ectoplasm in English. And I didn't go with plasma because she kind of goes all this like everything ties back to science, right? And plasma, right, in English has a science kind of association. So it'd be kind of weird to say begone a sciencey word to then follow with like everything science, right? Everything that's not science is fabrication, right? So, yeah. Damn, we broke them. I feel bad for them, but should we make her escape?
それしかな
Yeah,
さそう
also
ですね
Monaco is a Kansai LARPer. It's true.
それではお大事に
幽霊に心配されて来年も結婚できん
Oh. Yeah. Too bad, Monaco.
いやそれは関係ないからねえねえこれからどうするの当てはありませんがとにかく鏡さんを探しませんとけどどうやって
Let's look around here. Maybe we'll figure something out.
それしかないかまだまだか
Okay, yeah, and so there's that choice. I guess we're gonna meet back up here in a second, so I think we'll do this. We'll save here, and then to see the other teacher encounter scenes, we will, we'll have to load back to where we had the save for... Oh shoot, wait, all the way back there? No, there's no way, right? Yeah, this one. So we looked at the try to scare them option, so we can go do, we'll just kind of go backwards, I guess. Don't take a look around. So we've done all that. Doesn't matter what we pick here. Yeah, it doesn't matter, so... Oh shoot. Well, that mattered. Because I skipped too far ahead. Okay, so... Yeah. I knew it! It happened again! We are... This is a different scene, despite the fact that it seems like it's the same.
間違いないよいつかはわからないけど見て廊下の向こう
Because now they're still in the night duty room, right?
あそこは確か宿直室だったはずです誰かいるんだ行ってみようよ
小腹が空いたな夜食はどうです
嬉しいですな。カップ麺ありますか
Yeah. Cup noodles. You know, it's like kind of a fun thing that Hikaru is a little bit of a... Well, actually, I don't know. Hikaru, like, simultaneously, like, likes to eat food and, like, is kind of a foodie. Eats, like, badly, but, like, sometimes she's eating lots of, like, dietary supplements or whatever. So...
もちろんですわほなお湯沸かしますね
But here we see her, she's gonna be very...
黒い先生と桜庭先生がいるよ
very much a snacker.
どうしましょう声をかけてみますかお姉ちゃんのこと聞けるかなどうする
Okay, what should we do? Well, knocking is the correct answer again. It's always the middle choice for this scene with the teachers, so... Let's get out of here. We still need to find Kagami-san.
ですからそれに関わることを先生にお聞きしようかと
But how are we gonna do that? Going off of past experience, opening the door's out of the question, right?
だったら先生を呼び出したら
But then the moment they step out, there's a chance the same thing could happen to them, right?
確かにないとは言い切れませんわか
かりました。ここを離れましょう。
でもどこに行くの？
宇宙とか？
私足が痛くなってきちゃった。
でしたらどこかその辺りで休憩しましょうか。
Sure, let's go. Somehow they warp, despite the fact they didn't open any doors or seemingly go anywhere. But there you go. Go inside. Let's go inside. They might know something we don't.
だよね。けど、もう遅いか。
By the time I realized that Konoto-san had started speaking, I had already opened the door. Yeah, it's a little bit of an awkward scene and how they set this up, but the idea is that this time, the first warp is like our perspective, and then the second time that you hear the warp noise is like their perspective, the teacher's perspective. But they play it back to back in such a way that it kind of just makes it seem like it happened twice in a row.
どうしました？
誰や入ってきたような気がして。いや、気のせいやな。
Yeah, probably, right?
興味深い。ま、原因はいろいろありますが。
例えば
It's always interesting. Hikaru and Huyuki, they like have this like increased knowledge and understanding of what's happening in the story compared to the other characters.
そうですな。時間移動による消失とか。
なんですかそれ。それよりラーメンはどれにします？
超ビッグカップで、できれば2つほど。
Two big cups. 2 big cups of noodles? Uh-oh. Don't tell me it's 2 big cups of udon. Because otherwise you're... Okay, that's a reference nobody's gonna get.
えらい食いますな。太りますぜ。
Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. No, there's no way. There's no way. You're gonna put on weight? Okay, I'm definitely reaching there in my mind. Because there's a scene in Ashita no Jo, right, where like the character Nishi is trying to lose weight, and then he like sneaks off in the middle of the night and gets 2 large cups of udon, right, and then he gets chewed out by Jo because he's like, you're ruining your diet, you're gonna gain weight, right? So I think I'm stretching there.
むしろ望むところですな。
If it was udon specifically, then maybe, but it's just ramen. But yeah, she wants to gain weight. Because Hikaru is malnourished. Anyway, yeah, it transitions away with the meanwhile, but it's the same place you end up. Alright, knock. Who's there? I feel like lately there's been a high chance of time leaping whenever we open a door.
そんな気がするね。
So let's try knocking. Excuse me, this is Yabiki from year 3. Is Kuroi Sensei in there?
なんやあいつらまだおったんか。
見回りに行くべきでしたな。
しゃあない。とっとと帰らせるか。
説教はほどほどに。カップ麺が伸びますよ。
こら、何しとんのや。はよ帰らんかい。
That's honestly pretty quiet and yeah, not very yelly for Nanako given the situation. We're sorry, but there's some strange things going on.
なんやそれ。ことと次第によっては。
先生消失殺人事件。
Missing person murder case. It can't be both a missing person and murder case at the same time. I mean, it can. It certainly can. If the person is suspected to be murdered and you can't find their body, right? They could be both.
どうした？ おや、黒井先生は
今度は桜庭先生までどうなってるの？
どうやら学校の中にいる人すべてが何かの影響を受けているようですね。
Yeah, and it seems like our turn is up next. So yeah. Now time for the last possible way you can end up here. So if we do the take a look around, right? And then right here. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the same. This line is actually the same every single time, but yeah. We're back in the gymnasium.
また今度はいつ？
Hold on a second. There's someone outside.
ここまでは異常なしと。さすがに誰もおらへんな。
まあこの時間ですし、いや体育館にはまだ誰かいますな。
ほんまや、明かりついとるし。宝たちやないやろな。
It's always you're like, hopefully it ain't them. It's like, wouldn't you rather it be them as opposed to like, oh no, it's just robbers, right? It's just criminals. They're just robbing the gymnasium.
案外消し忘れかも。とにかく行きますか。
黒井先生と桜庭先生だ。珍しいカップ
I
ル
guess maybe they're hoping it's like janitors or something, but I don't know. Maybe that's what they're thinking.
宿直ではないでしょうか。その独身の方は多いそうですから。
Man. That must suck, right? If you're unmarried people do that. That probably does actually happen in real life. So does that mean we know what time it is?
確か今日元の時間の夜のはずです。
Though honestly, the concept that teachers like the teachers are like have night duty at school is a little weird. Like instead of having like security guards or something. It's a strange concept.
相談して助けてもらおうよ。
Also, man, you guys you guys in the chat are pretty quiet today, which is fine. But it's just a interesting contrast from last stream where you guys were talking all the time. Well, some exciting moments will happen soon, so... Alright, we still haven't found Kagami-san yet. Even if the four of us are saved, Kagami-san will get left behind. Man, if only we could have left Konata behind.
やだよ。お姉ちゃん一緒じゃなきゃ。お願い。お姉ちゃんを。
Okay, so again, middle choice is the correct choice if you want the clear point. Which, yeah. So we'll do that one in the middle last. Everyone, let's hide. We shouldn't make contact with the teachers right now.
なんで？助かるかもしれないんだよ。
But how do we get them to notice us?
外に出ればいいじゃん。それか呼びかけるとか。
I was about to watch someone else, but Lucky Star comes first. Well, I appreciate it. If we go outside, we'll just time leap again. Also, if we call out to them, what if they time leap once they come inside?
ダメか。それにお姉ちゃんがまだ。だからコナちゃん。わかってるよ。鏡が先に戻ってる可能性もあるかなってね。攻略本とかないのかな。
There is one Konata.
それよりどこに隠れます？体育館の明かりがついてますから、先生は絶対に中に来ますよ。
It's like that gun here, you can wait. It's interesting. Let's go to the wings of the stage. We'll be safe there.
ラジャー、こちらコナタ、作戦を開始する。抜き足、差し足、忍び足。結構難しいね。
Yeah, she's saying the expression that we saw in the last stream, but it? Hikiyashi Sashiyashi? Nukiyashi Sashiyashi Shinobiyashi, which is just, as a whole statement, it's just referring to the concept of tiptoeing, but like, in the previous stream we saw it where they split it up into 3 different dialogue boxes, so I did it differently with, like, take a step, or like, lift your foot, take a step, and then silent as a shinobi or whatever. But yeah, just means tiptoe. Come on guys, let's be serious here, we've gotta hurry. But at that moment... Alright, we can skip through that, it's all the same. Okay, go outside. Let's join up with the teachers. Maybe Kagami-san's already found her way back here. Well, we can't say for sure yet. I'd like to hear what they have to say though.
賛成です。何が起きたか知っているかもしれませんしね。じゃあ外に出ようか。
Yes, let's...
待ってください。ドアに触れたら。
If you touch the door, you're gonna get the door touch. It's kind of like the cheese touch. By the time I heard her, my hand had already opened the door. Get their attention. Like, this is a line that became a classic. Or it will become a classic, I guess, once more people find it. Let's see if the teachers can help. They might also know where Kagami-san went.
ですが、さっきからドアを開けると。
Right, there's a strong chance we'll warp, so we can't go outside. We'll have to get their attention from in here.
グッジョブ。でもどうすんの？
Like this. Ready?
なんやこれ、どこの誰がやったのや。
Punch in the door.
体育館の入り口の方ですな。行ってみますか。
Everyone, hit harder! Otherwise they won't notice us.
扉壊れないかな？鉄だし大丈夫っしょ。ただちょこっとへこんできてるけど。
非常事態ですし仕方ありませんよ。元の時間に戻れたらそれとなくごまかしておきますね。
I mean, smooth things over. I mean, if you cause like permanent damage to these freaking doors, yeah, that's not gonna be cheap to replace those.
責任者の承認きた。じゃあここは必殺。
Go for a knockout. Yeah, the classic. Inshallah! Right, this is the... It's like an Islamic expression, right? Konitsu's turned into Joseph Biden or something with this one. So yeah, inshallah means like God willing or whatever. Right, if God wills it, so I guess there's kind of the idea that maybe she's like hitting the door, you know, she's kind of going for like a, if God wills it, as in if Miyuki says it's okay, I'm gonna go all out. Or alternatively, she's literally just being Lamau random and just saying a random thing.
コナちゃんすごい。扉がぐらぐら揺れてるよ。
こらー、誰や、どこのドイツや。
It's surprising that you didn't just straight up open the door by kicking it that hard. Because I mean, if it's one of these like push pull doors, like unless you have to pull it to open it from the inside like that, like you're gonna you hear enchilada. It's a good one. So yeah, if it's a pull door, unless it's a pull door, like you definitely would have opened it. Yes, she noticed us.
先生、私です。だからです。
こんな時間まで何やっとんのや。自分責任者やろ。
申し訳ありません。けれど、事情がありまして。
Sensei, please come inside. We need you to save us.
なんやて？何があったんや。
中でお話しします。 先生、お願いします。
桜子先生、どないしましょう。
是非もないかと。中に入りましょう。
Again, Hikaru being like, she's got special knowledge.
なんですそれ。
独り言ですよ。さ、ドアを開けてください。
Success! This might finally be the end.
でもお姉ちゃんが。
分かってます。絶対に助けますから。今は我慢してください。
Yeah, actually, this is this is a very interesting question about Hikaru just knowing stuff, because this doesn't have an explanation in the game at all. I don't think. I don't think they ever explain this. So maybe I forget. I don't think they do though.
なんや、柊に泉に。自分らどないしたんや。
It's probably, if there's any sort of explanation for it, it's got to be somehow tied into the idea that that Hinata and Hikage also like have special knowledge about what's going on in the game. So there you go. There's maybe some theories there, but I haven't ever come to anything that I felt super confident about.
それが信じてもらえないとは思いますが、実は私たち。
ちょ待て、中に入るさかい。そこで。
うわ、先生消えちゃった。
嘘。なんで？飛ばされるのは私たちだけではないようですね。
And another thing, those who are close by get affected too. It's kind of like entering the shadow world in Persona. Like, at least the phone app in Persona 5. Maybe not the TV version, right? Or Tartarus. Oh, I guess Tartarus, right? Yeah, a whole different situation there. Anyway. And of course, I'm not... no mention of Persona 2 and 1, because I'm not that kind of Persona fan yet. Something I gotta work on. Gah.
また？しかも何これ？痛い。体が割れるみたい。
That's very interesting, because it almost... I wish they had maybe shown this, because it almost sort of implies that, like, this sort of waviness is happening to, like, the people. Like, it's happening to everybody, not just the background. Like, you know, everyone's, like, moving around like this, like there's sign waving out.
なんだか強い力で引っ張られるような。
It's pulling on you. Phew. Looks like it stopped. Is everyone okay?
でも今のって。
時間がなさそうですね。早く鏡さんを見つけないと。
でもどこにいるんだろう。なんかピキーンと来ないの？双子でしょ？ピキーンってどんだけ。ごめん、無茶ぶりだった。
Everybody say, どんだけ。 One more say. Only made a Kagami detector. You could really use one right now. Kagami-san, where are you? Kagami, doko ni?
教室の中を調べるって言ってもまたどこかに飛ばされそうだし。
そうですね。その可能性は高いです。
But we can't afford to say things like that. At the very least, we know that at this moment she isn't in this place.
じゃあ入ってみる？教室に。うん。じゃあ開けてみるね。
Now, Tsukasa, let's have Kona to open the door. Let's have Kona to open the door instead. That's a good idea. Hey, Meatball. You came in just at the right time. Kagami, where are you? We got some work to do now, yeah. Suka. Oh, So I know in the video series I misinterpreted like this CG makes it seem like the situation is you know, Tsukasa fell in, right? And then Konata's grabbing onto her, and then you as the protagonist are, you know, holding on to Tsukasa, right? That's how I interpreted this scene. But actually the proper way that this scene describes itself is actually that off to the side, outside of the frame, protagonist is like hanging on to the he's either hanging on to like the floor. Actually, I guess the door is there, right? Yeah, they really made it confusing here because the door, you can see that, you know, off to the left of Konata's the door. So this, yeah, they just didn't draw this very well. But the idea is the protagonist off to the side and either hanging to the floor of the hallway, or there's like a jutted out point in like the cave-like walls, and he's holding on to something there. Yeah, they didn't. It's not a POV, right? You would think so, but it's not. Tsukasa's fallen into the back rooms. Well, not quite, right? It's actually again the Langoliers. So yeah, this is actually talking about the real nature of the Langoliers, right? Because in the Langoliers, Craig Toomey thinks that they're like just like monsters that eat you or whatever if you're bad. But like the Langoliers are real, and what their purpose is that they consume the past, right? They when the past fades away into nothing, right? They clean up the remnants of the past. And so the idea is that the nature of the school, like the school is stuck in a point in time, right? And the Langoliers are now coming to erase the school, and so the classroom has been erased, right? So in the Langoliers, right, this happens to the Bangor main airport, and once the Langoliers like eat up stuff, like it just leaves a void behind, right? And so this is kind of what that's based off of. Later we'll see explicit references to the idea that the Langoliers are present in this scene, but they don't ever show them, but like they imply their existence. Anyway, what's happening? The wrong thing. Konata should be the one that fell in here. We're just gonna let her fall. It took me a moment to realize what had happened. I stepped into what I thought was a classroom. However, there was nothing inside. It's just a vast, dark emptiness. Shit, this has never happened before. The rule must have changed. The two had fallen into the dark pit were Tsukasa-san as well as myself, who had followed behind her. Yeah, they kind of try to explain how the scene is laid out here. And he went out of bounds. The school is just unfinished and plunder. Our outstretched hands were clinging to the edge of the classroom door. Yeah, so this again, like one of them's hanging onto the classroom floor, and one's just hanging onto a small protrusion from clay brick walls. Yeah, work in progress, guys. But it's clearly not what's happening in this image. That was a close one, for me and Tsukasa-san. From the edge of the floor that had been cut away, Konata-san extends out her hand. Just be grateful Yuki didn't fall in. There's no way we could have picked her up. No, Konata, you're just small. Yeah, but don't underestimate her. Well, unfortunately, I guess don't worry, Tsukasa. You're not the one that has to go on a diet after this. Actually, I probably should change this line a bit because it's not actually accurate, I think. I'll have to think about this line. Because she says Mosugu, right? Like here. I'm sorry.
大丈夫ですか？すぐに助けますから。
Suguni, right? She should, like, because she's saying like, I need some help here, I should probably change this to be like, I'll help you right away. Or I'm helping you right now. Let me make a note of that. But to consider changing that, because that actually is like, it's a minor thing, but it's not accurate to what is the writing is not as good as it could be there. Okay. I can't. Things are about to get ugly.
そんな私はどうしたら。
Okay, Miyuki, here's what you need to do. You need to go up behind Konata, and you need to push her into the pit. Alright, so this is another favorability point. Actually, wait, did I do? Oh, let's not worry about it. I was thinking about what I need to get the bad ending for to demonstrate that, but help Tsukasa-san gives you a clear point. So I guess we won't do that. Oh wow, let's not worry about it. Or you know what? I need to correct course, and what we'll do to correct course is we will. Oh, okay. I saved. Cool. I saved there. Can I go back? No, unfortunately. Okay, well, let's not worry about it. I could show the bad ending easily. No big deal. We pull Tsukasa and kick Konata into the void. This is Ro, or this is Saitama. You know, kick her in like it's Sparta. Miyuki-san, escape from here. Let at least one of us be saved.
そんなことできません。皆さんと一緒にいます。だったらこっちを手伝って。私もう腕が。私も力が全然入らない。
Again, the picture is not doing a great job. It's, from this perspective, Tsukasa doesn't have to do anything. Yuki-san, help lift Tsukasa-san. I'll take care of myself.
わかりました。泉さんたちを助けたらすぐにお手伝いしますから。
Tsukasa-san should be fine. But now I'm the one in trouble. Despite my bravado, things really aren't going well for me. Shit, I don't have any strength left. Not that it's any surprise. I've been moving non-stop this whole time. I try to pull myself up like I'm doing a chin-up. I can't. I've lost all feeling in my arms. When I get home, I'm doing some training. 100 push-ups every day. It's like he's gonna become One Punch Man or something. That is, of course, if I even make it out of here alive. It looks like she's looking at the pit below, not him. Yeah, I mean, that's what they were going for, right? No, I'm at my limit.
あと少しだけ我慢してください。
I think I'm at my limit is the meetup point, if I remember correctly. So that should be fine. Help me! Miyuki-san, help me up first!
それ違う。ここは司を先にでしょ。
I didn't mean it like that. If she lifts me up first, then I'll be able to help you, right?
そういうことか。みゆきさん、大至急よろしく。
Hey, Christopher Hartman. It's going well.
わかりました。それでは行きます。せーの。
Miyuki-san grabs my arm and tries to pull me up with all her might. However, she can't. Naturally, being a girl, she's only so strong. This guy.
重すぎて。
You're too heavy. Must be all that muscle. Dangerously based. Just a little more. I'll try to help too. I try pulling my... It's so funny, this guy. This guy is so... They had to know what they were doing with that. It's like there's no way they didn't intend for it to be like, yeah, this guy's like sexist. It's funny. Try pulling myself up, but that's odd. I've lost all my strength. Damn it, I'm more exhausted than I thought. My arms don't want to exert themselves. My arms have gone numb. Feels as if everything past my shoulders has disappeared entirely. Yeah, no, I'm at my limit. He's got no limit breaker. Help Tsukasa-san, I'll be okay on my own. Hurry!
わかりました。泉さん、今そちらへ。
Tsukasa-san should be fine. But now I'm the one in trouble. Despite my bravado, things really aren't going well for me. This is not exactly, it's very similar dialogue, but it's not actually the same exactly. Shit, I don't have any strength left. Not that it's any surprise, I've been moving non-stop this whole time. I try to pull myself up like I'm doing a chin-up. I can't. I've lost all feeling in my arms. When I get home, I'm doing some training. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 10 laps. Or 10 miles, right? I don't remember the full One Punch Man regiment. That is, of course, if I even make it out if you're alive. Or we could always go with the Takagi-san. That's the other character in Takagi-san, the guy. I forget his name, but you can go for the 3 push-ups for every time, you know, you get tricked, right? No, I'm at my limit.
あと少しだけ我慢してください。お待たせ。こっちは OK。司、みゆきさん、助けるよ。じゃあ、準備 OK。腕持ったよ。
You know, this would have made for a pretty good CG. If we had seen like all like, you know, Konoha Tsukasa and like Miyuki trying to pull him up, and all you see is like his arm or something, right? That'd be kind of a fun CG. Everyone grabs onto my arms and tries pulling me up, but my body doesn't move at all. Getting this far has brought me to peak exhaustion, and it's the same for everyone else.
ダメ。全然持ち上がらないよ。
It's okay. Let go of me. If you stay here, you're all gonna...
やだ。絶対にダメ。いつも助けてくれたもん。私、絶対に離さないもん。
This is an interesting line from Tsukasa because it's kind of, it's perhaps the beginnings of, like, the characters... I mean, they do, I guess, a little bit in episode 4 already. Or do they? Right. I think that, yeah... I don't know, not really so much. This is kind of one of the earlier moments of the characters, like, the main 4 especially, like, alluding to the idea that they have retained memories of past episodes. Because Tsukasa saying this, like, doesn't really make a lot of sense if she only remembers the events of this particular time loop. Because it's like, you've always been there to help me? It's like, he hasn't really been there for that long, you know. But it makes sense if they remember or have some recollection of the previous episodes. It's interesting here they don't do they don't do the slam dunk reference. They do something close to it though. You know. Because she doesn't say the full line. She doesn't say the Shiai Shuyodayo.
コナちゃん、もう一回やろう。もっともっと力出すから。泉さん、お願いします。では、超必殺技レベルでやろう。せーの。今度は何？
See, yeah, they could have. I think if they added 2 CGs here, one for them trying to pick him up, and then another when they let go of him. That would have been pretty cool. Shit, not now.
揺れが止まらない。このままだと手が。
At that moment, we were struck with an especially powerful tremor. Everyone's hands let go in one smooth motion. Yeah, if they ever do an RGO remake, they should add some CGs there. That would add a lot of excitement to this moment. Even if they want to, even if they were to go all out and make it a cutscene, actually, it's a perfect moment for this. Not like this. I want to reset. I accepted my fate a few moments ago. Darn women, not strong enough to pick me up. CGs, what is that? CGs stands for computer graphics, but it just means anytime they have like a dedicated illustration to depict the moment instead of just using the backgrounds and like the character portraits or whatever. Accepted my fate a few moments ago. Perhaps that was why I strangely wasn't afraid. At any rate, I guess this is the end.
諦めるなバカ。お姉ちゃん。
Whether I bring the remake to the West. Aw, that's... Beggars can't be choosers. Knowing how it goes with all these VN remakes, they never make them. They don't... Even if they remake the VN, they don't release it in English. Actually, that's interesting, I guess. Yeah, you can see her, like... Yeah, her indoor shoe is kind of, like, bent up against the wall like that. I could not believe my eyes, because there were 10 million fireflies. Oh wait, no, it's Kagami-san. Kagami-san?
鏡？本当に鏡なの？いいから手伝って。そこのロープ使って引き上げろ。
So I guess the idea is that there was the classroom wasn't entirely like eaten away, and there's like an other side. She was on the other side of that gap, I guess. And then, you know, quietly while they were all freaking out, she was like lowering herself. I guess that's the idea of what they were trying to suggest was happening here.
わかった。ちかさ、みゆきさん。
And so then I guess they pull themselves up on Kagami's side, and then maybe like they she throws the rope over, and then they, I don't know, something like that.
はい。よかったー。
Sorry, everyone. Thanks.
最後の最後で大逆転だったね。鏡のお手柄かな。みんな一緒だ。よかったよ。お
I'm
姉ちゃんも
together.
一緒だ。泣かないでよ。まあ、みんなも無事でよかったわ。突っ込みたいけど気力が。やっぱりみんなを心配する鏡萌えでよろしかったですか？あのな。
Thank God Kagami showed up just in time. Well, yeah, the story, I guess, protagonist would have died.
みゆきさん、グッジョブ。それにしても最後は本気でダメかと思ったよ。
I honestly thought I was going to die. She's telling Tsukasa to not cry after almost dying, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty understandable, right? To want to cry in that moment.
だったらなんで来るの？あの時注意したでしょ？
My eyes darted around in response. I wasn't sure what she meant at first, but then I remembered. Right, this is that one classroom, huh? That time when Nagamori-san stopped me. She was doing it to save me. Sorry. Kagami-san, thank you.
いいわよ、もう。本当に会えないと思ったんだから。みんないないんだもん。探したけどいなくて、ずっとこのままなのかって。
Kagami-san was choking up as she held back tears. She had to endure being all by herself. Without thinking, I moved close to Kagami-san. What could I do to help her feel better? So, grab her shoulders, I believe, is the correct one if you want favorability for Kagami. But everyone, kiss her is obviously the exciting one. So I think we don't have much Kagami favorability, so we might actually want to do that to even it out. I kind of forget my planning from last stream. So I know we went for, I think, Miyuki favorability, and then like at the I'm trying to keep track of what choices I went with at the end of the day. It's like, oh no, for now just get moving was, so I think we went Kagami, then Miyuki, then Tsukasa. Oh shoot. Or no. So I think we have favorability with actually everybody except Konata at this point. So it's okay, Misa is just kissing me while this is happening. Okay, so yeah, we don't want Kagami favorability in the end, so we'll just pick this one first. Interesting. This is the one they use for the Kagami route, though, the CG. Holding Kagami-san's shoulders, they're more dainty than I imagined. They're also trembling slightly. Sorry you had to be by yourself, but it's okay now. Nobody's getting left behind. Ohana means family. We're all together, and it stays that way.
分かってる。だから、ありがとう。
At last, Kagami-san smiles. Her eyes were still filled with tears, but there was no longer any sadness in them. Just salt. Because tears are salty.
意外とやるね。鏡攻略されたか？
Nah, that's not until episode 5, Kagami. Or Konata.
いや、むしろこの場合、鏡が君を攻略したのかな？え？じゃあ二人はそんな関係になっちゃうの？違う！誤解よ！ほら！言ってよ！
Well, it seems to be... It's funny how he says it that way. It's like he was hoping it wasn't a misunderstanding. It seems to be a misunderstanding.
鏡残酷。振られちゃったよ。彼の心に一生消えない傷を。お姉ちゃんひどいよ。だから違うってば。すみません。
Other choice. Rub her back. Sorry you had to be by yourself, but it's okay now. I walk up close to Kagami-san and start rubbing her back. That only works on Misao, not Kagami.
何よ。恥ずかしいじゃない。
But it's calming, isn't it?
おう。まあ、それはそうだけど。
Just having someone rub your back can be very calming, I found. Ko, you haven't done the Miyuki route yet. How do you know that?
うん。ありがとう。もう大丈夫だから。これはなかなかあのわけの意外とやりやすぜ。だよね。恋人みたいだよね。何言ってんのよ。そんなんじゃないわよ。
It is interesting how this game probably ships seems to ship protagonists with Kagami like outside of episode 1 more than any other character.
それ本当？
Yeah, although when it's denied so strongly, it really gets you down, you know.
ごめん。けど、何？フラグ立った？攻略されちゃった？いい加減にしないと殴るわよ。
But you already punched me! That joke is made way too much. Deserved.
すみません。
Meatball, with you, there doesn't even need to be a reason. Punching Konata is always morally acceptable or something like that. I actually really hate that image. It's really cringe, but I guess that mentality would be what's relevant here. Him kissing her would be his first, though he seems to love doing that and be like, ah, a kiss is not, yes, it's not a kiss, it's a life-saving method in chapter 3, or episode 3. Yeah, you get another opportunity to try to kiss her. They've done this joke before. Kagami-san, you did well. I came up to Kagami-san and softly brushed her cheek with my hand.
ちょっと何を
Don't worry. Now, come closer.
ちょっと何
No need to be embarrassed. It's okay. Kagami-san's cheeks are warm. From the point of contact that he was being absorbed into my heart. Interesting. Alright, I'm ready. I lightly trace my finger over her lips. This is so... Man. He's rizzing her up, right?
ダメ私まだ
Kagami-san.
ダメっつってんだろ
Ow! Kagami-san! You cracked my skull! You definitely cracked it!
ふふ秘伝中指一本立ち剣鏡やる気だったね
The one knuckle punch. That's like when you punch like with one of your fingers. Oh shoot. The stream drop, it said like it disconnected for a bit. Uh-oh. You guys okay? Everything fine on the stream? I guess. I think it actually genuinely disconnected for like a short bit of time. Let's see. It did. Man, you guys missed it. Did you miss anything? Did you miss the the romantic moment? Do I need to repeat it? Oh man, we got it. We can't miss that. Alright, Kagami-san, you did well. I think you saw probably some of this, right? Softly brushed your cheek with my hand.
ちょっと
It's okay if it's in me, so I don't care. Well, just for the record. Don't be embarrassed, it's okay. Right, he's rizzing her up, right, as I said. Point of contact that he is being absorbed into my heart. Alright, I'm ready. I lightly traced my finger over her lips and then...
ダメ私まだ
Kagami-san.
ダメっつってんだろ
Oh no, Code's getting punched again. Ah, Kagami-san, you cracked my skull. You definitely cracked it.
ふふ秘伝中指一本立ち剣鏡やる気だったね
Yeah, one knuckle punch, as I was explaining. It's you jut one of your fingers out and then punch so that way it concentrates it all into one point when you hit.
やめろって言ったでしょ調子に乗んな
I was trying to cheer you up. How about a kiss for luck?
別の方法に
You've
しよう
gotta be kidding.
鏡グージョブいいツンデレだよお前も殴られたいか
Well, I want you to hit Konata.
遠慮しとくすみませんお話の途中で申し訳ないのですがごめん私も聞きたいことがあるんだけど
Of course, Konata always opens her mouth to ruin everything.
元の時間に戻る方法ですか
Yeah, how are we gonna get back in time? Tell me, doctor.
やっぱりわかんない確実な方法まではただ思いついたことはありますゆきちゃん戻る方法わかったの確証はありませんがですが可能性は高いか
Coat,
と
there is no time. Your sword is enough.
教えてみゆき私た
Guess I
ち
better
ど
get
うすれば
going.
いいのこれって確か前にも
Oh, also the Oh wait, she doesn't say it yet.
なんかやばそうな感じするよねゲームで言うと敵の城が崩れる寸前っていうか
Yeah, it's like in Persona when the when the palace is about to collapse. Persona 5, that is. Hearing that makes my chest tighten. Suddenly, Nagamori-san's words rise up from the recesses of my mind.
この学園は今、施したシステムのせいで、時間と空間が不安定になっているの。早く出口を見つけないと、ずっと閉じ込められてしまうわ。
Is this it? Is this what she warned me about?
ゆきちゃん、早く逃げよう。どうやったら元に戻れるの？
And then this is where it decides whether you get the good or bad ending.
最初の場所に戻るんです。私たちの出発点に。
So actually we will not... We'll look at the bad ending first. Because that's... yeah. How's it been? Well, I mean, pretty good. I've been working on episode 5, right? Outside of the stream. Episode 5 patch, that is. We're pretty close. I mean, like, I finished actually the main content of that episode. It's, all that's left is, testing it. Anyway, so we gotta get the bad ending. Nagamori is just some sort of non-human being, not student. Maybe that's her secret. Well... Interesting opinion there. Did it fast forward? I'm fast forwarding the game. So we wanna... Right, oh my gosh. We want bad ending, so we just need to pick... Don't pick middle choice there. Be selfish and tell her to... Don't tell her to rescue Tsukasa. And then let's kiss her again. Okay, so this is a bad ending. Instead of Miyuki telling what her plan is, like, this happens instead. Wait, hold on.
何これ？どうなってるの？
Hey Bunny, my cereal. It's my wife. She hates this moment. She hates episode 4 bad ending. She's like, makes her really sad. Am I playing the PSP version? Yeah, this is the PSP version. What's this? What's happening?
ダメです。手遅れです。これはもう。
Also, I think the whole time the stream I haven't actually like the screen has not been filled in all the way. Or no, is it good? Stretch, just fit the screen? I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's all close enough. Right? Yeah, this is the PSP version.
諦めないで。
I've never figured...
戻る方法を教えて。
I haven't been able to patch the PS2 version. Mostly because I just didn't put in the effort to do it. But you can tell it's the PSP version versus PS2 version based off of the aspect ratio as well, right? Because this is going to be 16:9, but the PS2 version is 4:3. Anyway, so yeah, tell us how we can get home.
事の発端は体育館。ですから、体育館に行けば何かわかるはずかと。体育館に行けばいいのね。そんなの簡単じゃない。お姉ちゃん、ダメだよ。もう無理だよ。鏡、外見て。もうないよ。全部真っ黒だよ。そんな、せっかくみんなと交流できたのに。
So this is
ここ
representing...
まで来たのに。
This is being meant to represent the idea that, like, you know, this is right right as the Langoliers are eating up this part of the school, right? Like, there's gonna be nothing left. Our cries echo throughout the darkness. But those too will disappear. Everything gets dissolved into darkness, as if there was never anything to begin with.
ただいまより、両学園、応答祭を開催いたします。皆さん、今年も頑張りましょう。
Was this different or the same? The PSP version came out later and adds more scenes. And also, just in general, adds some... it fixes a couple of, like, things. Not anything major. and it makes it so that way you can access the mini scenarios via the extras menu instead of having to enter in special names on the name selection screen. So it's kind of just like the the newer and better version. The only sort of downside you get is that the it being 16:9 means that they had to kind of crop a lot of stuff. And nothing major, but like, yeah. And the audio quality is like slightly not as good.
意外と綺麗だね。すっごく学園祭って感じだよね。ドキドキしちゃうよね。
It's nice that it's pretty and all, but doesn't it feel like time just flew by super fast? This is an interesting ending, right? Because they just instantly jump to the school festival.
そう？
I mean, I don't have any memory of completing all the preparations, but now all of a sudden the school festival is starting.
言われてみれば途中からあまり苦労した記憶がありませんね。まあどちらにせよ辛い思いをしなくて済んでよかったんじゃない？
Yeah, their lack of understanding of anything that just happened is it's a bit eerie, right? Is it really like that though? Somehow it feels like we're forgetting about something really important. Yeah. It's sad. This is actually, after this point, it's the same as the good ending, so we're gonna not watch that part yet. So it's good ending now. So returning to the place where this began is this taken from the Langoliers again. Because in the Langoliers, right, everything happens because they flew through a time rip that sent them back, stuck into the past by a couple of minutes. And so, yeah, the solution in the Langoliers to get things back to normal is to fly backwards through the time rip. In other words, go back to where everything began, right? So, yeah, end of the movie, they fly through the time rip going the other way around, right?
それって体育館ってこと？そうです。そもそもの発端は体育館からです。ですから、その発端である体育館に戻れば元に戻れる可能性はあるかと。あくまで仮説に過ぎません。皆さんはどう思われます？
I think we have no choice but to believe in Yuki-san's theory.
賛成。他に方法もないしね。決まったわね。みゆき、体育館に行こう。
We better hurry. If we're not quick, the whole school will become like that classroom.
なんでわかるの？
Someone told me. A friend, I think.
話は後。みんな走るわよ。待ってください。バラバラで走ると危険です。それじゃあここは212のフォーメーションで。誰かと組んで前か後ろのどちらかでよろしく。
Got it. In that case, so we can team up with all of these. This gives you extra favorability with, it gives you an opportunity to get favorability with, each of these characters. So, we'll just go through them, and then this is a good way to get. So, there is one line of dialogue or one little section of dialogue that changes based off of who you have the most favorability with at the end. So in order to see that, we have to kind of do, this is the best way to do that. So we'll just kind of go down the list and just show everything off, and then I'll go back around to get max favorability with everybody, right? I'll team up with Konato-san. You've got good athletic ability, so with the two of us running in the back, we can provide support.
しんがりの役、しかと受けたまわった。けど、また落ちないでね。
Prediction for Meepo. Got it. So, are we ready?
もちろん。それじゃあ、体育館に走るわよ。なんだかやばそう。後ろ、迫ってきたし。
Yeah, when they say it's catching up, right, they're talking about the Langoliers.
全力疾
Let her run by herself.
鏡さん、次の角を右に曲がってください。
Now we can just feed her to the Langoliers, right? Help slow them down.
分かってる。みんな頑張って。体育館まであと少しよ。皆さん、足元にお気をつけください。資材が置かれてます。どこのバカよ。もういい加減に
This whole thing with the building materials laying about is so weird.
クリア前のなんか突破ってとこ。転んだらアウトっぽいね。
It's like, oh no, there's just random junk on the floor. It's like, cool, dude. It's no problem. Don't hesitate and just. And so every character, every person you can team up with has a correct approach to, like, you know, the way that you handle this obstacle is different for each person, right? So I think for Conan's, the ideal way to do it is to jump over them. So we'll do the other ones first. We'll just trample right over them. Right after I stepped foot onto the building materials, they came crashing down. Crap, I'm gonna fall over. Konato-san came up from behind and yanked my arm, pulling me up. I had just narrowly been saved from disaster. Sorry, thanks for saving me.
そう思うなら注意すること。あとちょっとだし、頑張って。
And so we kept on running. We can just make it to the gymnasium. It's the meetup point. So we dodge them. Right, left, left again. Alright, last one.
うわ、なかなかやるね。だったらこっちも。
Close the door, leave her out. As I dodged the piled up materials, Konato-san jumped over them in splendid fashion. Awesome as usual, Konato-san. This is such a... These freaking building materials. It's like...
ほらほら、休みしない。まだまだ先は長いよ。
It's like those moments in books where, like, they kind of try to describe, like, they went over all the obstacles and they had a big epic battle, and they don't give you any details as to, like, what's actually happening. It's like, what is... I don't have a good mental image for what these random building materials are, or what dodging them or trampling over them would actually look like in this context. Boo, Konato's lame, hasten Nichi. So yeah, jumping over them is the ideal choice for this. Yo! Ho! Ho and a bottle of rum, right? The two of us jump over the building materials at the same time. Awesome as usual. Lame as usual, Konato-san.
いやいや、そっちもなかなか。
The two of us pumped our fist up in the air as we ran. I'm glad I teamed up with Konato-san. Just makes me think of that one, like in Sonic Forces, when your NPC character or your self-insert character like teams up with the characters and they do that one song. I don't know. That's what it makes me think of. Team up with Kagami-san. Kagami-san, I'm counting on you. We'll run together in the front.
なんで私なのよ。
Well, because I don't want you being by yourself again.
バカ、何言ってんの？
Awesome as usual, meaning once every once in a blue moon. I mean, it's okay if you don't want to.
別に嫌だとは言ってないでしょ。
So you're okay with it?
足引っ張らないでよね。まあ、少しなら助けてあげるけど。ふーん、ナイスツンデレ。ピンチの時でも燃えさせてくれるね。うっさい、殴るわよ。それは後でお願いします。もう余裕がありません。本当だ、後ろが黒くなってきてる。全力疾走。
Yeah, and this is all the same until the yeah, right here. Obstacles like these are no problem.
転ばないでよ。失速したらわかるわよね。
Can't have a single serious moment without her opening her mouth. So, you know, obviously Kagami is a violent woman, right? As we know from Misao mini scenario. So kicking them out of the way is the correct choice for her. We'll jump over everything. Ho!
ちょっと、危ない。
Uh-oh. Kagami-san loses her balance midair. In a panic, I catch her.
急にびっくりするじゃない。
Oh, this is a naughty word in Spanish. Well, I'm not sure what line you're talking about, but interesting. I'm sorry, I thought we could easily jump over it. It wasn't fair for me to expect that. It wasn't fair for me to expect that of you, Kagami-san. Because you're a woman.
それは私の体重が重いって言い
No,
たいわけ。
Kagami, I'm saying you're a girl. I didn't say anything like that.
はいはい、そこ。夫婦漫才は後にして、今は前見て走ってよ。誰が夫婦だ。
And so we kept on running, right? We'll dodge them. Right, left, left again. And then,
両側に資材が。こんな。うりゃー。
Kagami-san, nice kick!
うっさい。もっと注意してよ。女の子にこんなことさせるな。
Man, Kagami, even you're doing the sexism here. Sorry.
いいから前見て走って。
Girl who eats sweets all the time, by the way, asks if she's not. Well, she actually genuinely isn't fat, which is the interesting thing.
転ばないでよ。
At best, she's like slightly. She's got existent amounts of fat, right? You know, but it's like so barely anything. Like, you know, it's not at all anything to worry about. Stop being sexist to yourself, right? Only protagonist can be sexist to you. He's the one that's got to put you down for being a girl. Oh, Kasagami. Interesting typo. We'll kick everything out of the way.
承知。
Say ya! Oh, I know who says that. That's what Man B says when he draws Tagami.
ふりゃ
Say ya! We kick the building materials out of the way. With them no longer being an obstacle, the three other people followed behind. We make a great team, don't we?
ー。まあそうかもね。でも「うりゃー!」って掛け声は正直女の子としてはどうか
Man,
と。
everyone's being sexist today.
うっさい。いいから黙って走れ。ラストスパートよ。
It's impressive that she's not fat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. She's pretty active, right? Sakasa-san, I'm counting on you. We'll run together in the back.
私でいいの？転んじゃうかもしれないよ。
That's why I want to help keep you from falling. What do you think?
ありがとう。じゃあ私も助けるね。支えてみせるから。意外といい雰囲気かも。どうですか、解説の鏡さん。
They're sports commentators.
そうですね。結構傾いてますね。案外くっつきそうですよ。って何やらせんのよ。ノリノリだったくせに。でもこの分だと妹に先越されちゃいそうだね。
Man. She's gonna get outdone.
次私はまだいいもん。お話中すみません。そろそろ急ぎませんと。うわ、後ろが真っ黒。
Zenokushiso! Yeah. Alright, here, so.
私こういうの思いっきり苦手なんだよ。
It's okay, just follow my lead. So for her, dodging them is the correct choice. We'll jump over them. Tsukasa-san, jump! Might as well jump. Jump! We both jumped over the materials at the same time. However, Tsukasa-san got caught on one of the scraps and landed with an unstable posture. Tsukasa-san, careful! Just before Tsukasa-san fell over, I grabbed her hand and managed to get her back on her feet.
ごめんね。やっぱり転んじゃった。
It's okay, I caught you just before it happened.
ありがとう。
Do your best, Tsukasa-san, we're almost there. We'll trample over them. Tsukasa-san, straight ahead.
こんなの越えられないよ。
While I was in the midst of walking over the stuff, there was a rattling under Tsukasa-san's feet as the materials collapsed. Because she weighs a lot, I guess. Just like Konata said, right? Tsukasa is the canon option for this section because otherwise she won't make it. Interesting. Yeah, but Tsukasa's the one that saves us in the end. Right? Oh, shit, I guess I shouldn't say that, but yeah. I stretch my hand out as I shout. I'm too late. Tsukasa-san starts to fall over. Then Miyuki-san appears. All of a sudden, she grabs onto Tsukasa-san, preventing her from falling down. Nice spoiler, I'm sorry.
ありがとう。ゆきちゃん、ごめんね。困った時はお互い様です。それより先に進みましょう。
Dude, spoilers. Yeah, my bad. Sometimes I forget that we have a mixture of people who know everything and people who don't know everything. Tsukasa-san will dodge them. First, go right, then left, then right.
わわわわわ。右で、左で、最後は左。
No, go right! I grab Tsukasa-san's hand in order to guide her. Somehow, we make it through this dangerous obstacle safely.
ありがとう。私、うまくできたよ。
You sure did. Now keep it up for just a bit longer. Yeah, so okay, now time for Miyuki, right? Team up with Miyuki-san. I'll team up with Miyuki-san. Miyuki-san, let's run together.
わかりました。それでは一緒に皆さんの後ろを。じゃあ私と鏡は先頭で、司は真ん中ね。ちょっと早く行こう。なんだかやばいって。うわ、後ろが真っ黒。
Actually, putting Tsukasa in the middle is not a bad idea because you don't have her slow down. Like you don't have the pace be dictated by Tsukasa, but at the same time you have people in the back to help Tsukasa along, right?
急ぎましょう。体育館まで走ってください。全力疾走。大丈夫ですか？転ばないようご注意ください。
Got it. Obstacles like these are no problem. So I think you also dodged them for Miyuki. Let's jump over them, Miyuki-san.
ちょっと。
Getting a running start, we tried jumping over the building materials. However, Miyuki-san and I were slightly out of sync with each other. Sorry, Miyuki-san. Are you okay?
平気です。ちょっと驚いただけですので。一緒に何かやるときは声でタイミングを測ること。これパーティープレイの常識ね。
Party play. Sorry, I'll be more careful next time. Well, there won't be a next time if you're not more careful. We'll trample right over them. Right as I try stepping onto the materials, they start to collapse under my weight. Crap, I'm gonna fall.
危ない。
Right after Miyuki-san shouts that, she grabs my arm and yanks me back up. I just barely avoided disaster. Think she's too heavy for jumping with her chest. Yeah, her boobs are gonna get caught up on stuff, right? Can't have that. Sorry, thanks for saving me.
不用心ですよ。こういった時は無難に避けた方が。
Who taught you that, Michael Rosen? Oh wait, no. Michael Rosen would tell you to to go right through it, right?
あと少しです。急ぎましょう。
Would be worse. Miyuki could choose the wrong time to explain like a balloon, right? She's like, oh shoot, I just ate tons of puku seeds right before this. Okay, right, we did. Okay, we have dodged them, right? Now Miyuki dies leaked. Dodge them, Miyuki-san.
右の方はガラスらしきもの
Man,
が見え
there's
ます。
just glass laying on the
まずは
ground.
左へ。
And we're gonna trample over that? Man, what the heck? Roll her down the hallway and she'll destroy the obstacles. It's like bowling, right? Got it. We'll go left, then right again.
わかりました。
Through superb communication with each other, we were both able to make it through safely.
お見事でした。この調子で先に進みましょう。
And so we kept on running. If we could just make it to the gymnasium,
ここを抜ければ体育館はすぐそこです。
like a puffer fish will puff up and spooked. Those words were reassuring, however, despair would use that hope to trap us. Thinking we're in the clear, I look back and I freeze in place. What is this?
嘘。校舎がない。全部黒くなってる。
Yeah, once again, the work of the Langoliers, right?
これってバッドエンドのフラグ立ってない。走っても間に合うかな。立ち止まってないで走るわよ。もう一刻の猶予もないわ。
Let's go! As we started running again. Yeah, that's like some crazy sounds they use here. The sound of something twisting and writhing in agony resounds behind us.
この音、何かを食べてる音みたい。
Right, eating, right? So the Langoliers, right? They have like the very sharp teeth, right? They basically look like Pac-Man, but with sharp teeth. And yeah, they're eating the remnants of the past.
時間が食べられてる？勘弁してよ。そんなの漫画だけでいいよ。
The fog is coming. I expect the void is coming. Do-do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do.
皆さん、もうすぐです。早く。みんな、大丈夫？気持ち悪い。もう走れないよ。
I don't feel so good. Tsukasa, wrong. You're referencing the wrong movie.
もうダメなのでしょうか。遅すぎたのでしょうか。
We're not done for. We're almost there. Don't give up. Run till the very end.
そうね。ダメならダメで、その時はその時。今はベストを尽くしましょう。
This level of talking about their like deaths like this is like this doesn't even happen like in episode 7, like, you know, in like later episodes. Like this is, they don't ever have any, they do, it's kind of similar, like later moments in the game kind of reach a similar level of intensity, but like this kind of like, yeah, we might die, but that's just what's gonna happen. It's like never repeated. It never gets this crazy.
そ
After
し
this
たら案
point.
外どうにかなるかもね。支柱に喝ありって感じ。
In death there's life.
難しい言葉、よく知ってたわね。
Now, of course, in death there's life. That expression refers to the idea that, like, even in like death, like even in I think it's the idea that there's hope even in the most darkest scenarios, right? So it's kind of like the idea of don't give up, right?
格闘技やってた時に習ったの。ピンチだからっ
So,
て
yeah,
諦めたらダメなん
That's
だよ。
basically what Konata's saying there, right? If you give up, that's when the game is over.
そうですね。司さん、さあ立って頑張りましょう。
Banzai Sensei
もうやだ。
は。
こんなのおかしいよ。
It's okay, we're all together. We're almost there. Let's go together.
でもいいの？転んじゃうよ。迷惑かけちゃうよ。私が助ける。フォロー歴18年をなめんな。
Don't estimate 18 years of experience.
じゃあ鏡を私がフォローするよ。結構抜けてるとこあるしね。
And nobody will be responsible for Konata.
でしたら私が泉さんを。
And I'll take care of Miyuki-san. But who's going to help me?
私がやる。みんながいるもん。絶対にフォローできるもん。決まりね。なら後ろは見ない。あともう少し全力疾走。
Zenroku Shiso. You've said that before, Kagami. Let's go, everyone. A cacophony of noises resounded behind us. Yeah, you can hear them. However, we kept running without looking back. It's like we're running away from it's Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Like, yeah, don't turn into a statue of salt, right? Everyone was breathing heavily. Often someone would start to fall over, but someone else would be there to support them. We were all one. Each of the 5 people that made us up was indispensable. Except, well, one of them was dispensable. Okay.
あと少し。
Certain blue-haired
後ろを
girl.
見ないで。これ以上は無理だよ。もう限界だよ。あと1メートル。手を伸ばせば多分。
Gotta reach out and hold out.
お姉ちゃん。ここで転ぶなんて。みんな早く行って。
Man. They're like 1 meter away. It's like, that's not that far away. That sort of makes it seem like they're in a state where like it's hard for them to move at all. Right? They're running away from Pac-Man. You know, and they're running away from Pac-Man. He's just eaten one of the power pellets, you know, so they're like blue ghosts right now. They're moving slower.
何言ってんの。そんなことできるわけないじゃん。
Oh, speaking of blue ghosts, go for Konata, go for Konata. She sprained her ankle again. Kagami-san, we're saving you. Konata-san and I work together to carry Kagami-san.
話して。あんたたちだけでも逃げて。できません。みんなで帰ります。
Throw the guarded move. Konata-san's body made a violent lurch. The force of it threw Kagami-san and I to the ground face first.
どうしたの？あ、こうなったが。
Turning back, what you would call the scenery was complete nothingness. All there was darkness, darkness, darkness.
黒いのに捕まっちゃったっぽい。ちょっち動けないかも。
Oh, it looks like Konata really did turn into a blue ghost. Yippee! Yippee!
ごめん。ごめんね。私
Now
が
that's the good ending.
ヘマしちゃったから。鏡のせいじゃないよ。後悔してないから。
You'll see your mom soon, Konata.
ここまでですね。うん。でもみんな一緒だね。
Man. But yeah, this moment's pretty crazy if you've never seen this moment before. Everyone's, yeah. They're all about to die, right? It was a lot of fun. Yeah. I'm glad I transferred to this school.
ありがとう。
Oh yeah, she does kind of look like the Statue of Liberty. Although the she's all oxidized.
ダメだよ。みんな諦めちゃダメ。
At that moment, a light begins to shine. It's behind us. It was coming from the gymnasium.
帰るんだもん。みんなで一緒に帰るんだもん。
Tsukasa-san was grabbing onto the door to the gymnasium. That's where the light was leaking out from. No, don't go to the light, Tsukasa. Don't go to the light. You have the perfect ending. Then the darkness let out a roar. It sounded like it was going crazy. It was filled with so much rage. Despite all its rage, though, it's still just a rat in a cage. Tsukasa, forget about it, Konoto. The darkness expands before us, then everything disappeared. It was at that moment. Light came flooding in.
みんな開けたよ。私フォローできたかな。
I think I heard the darkness once more. However, the sound didn't persist. It was drowned out by the light. And then everything started to turn white. We headed towards the white. Tsukasa broke time in the end. I mean, it's the idea that Tsukasa didn't give up hope, right? Everyone gave up hope. And then she didn't give up hope. Which is a pretty... this is a pretty important moment to the overall, like, themes and message of RGO. The idea of, like, you know, always... I mean, this is a very common theme of, oh, this game has the incredible theme of don't ever give up. but yeah.
体育館っていいのよね。けどいつなんだろう。携帯元に戻ってるかな。時刻の表示が正常で、そして圏外でなければ。コナちゃんどう？また無理だった？これは。何よ。
99.999 instead of 99.99. No, it'd be like Portal 2 or something where it's 99999999999.
いやね、なんか充電切れてて、よろしく。殴りたい。真剣に殴りたい。
Well, if you want to, Kagami. Hey, relax. Let me just get my phone out and... Searching around in my pocket, I felt its familiar texture. There's a tightness in my chest. I'm nervous. My heart starts beating faster. Let's see, the current time is... That's actually not far off from what time it is for me in real life. Hey Hikus, the stream started about like 2 hours ago. But great to see you. Huh? It's not messed up anymore.
けど、時間がおかしくない？私たちが最後に時計を見たときは午前2時だったわよ。じゃあ、また。
Is it the end of the time leap? Seems like it.
そうでもありません。見てください。圏外じゃなくなってます。
You're right. And so that means this is...
元の場所、元の時間に戻ったんだと思います。ただ、その言いづらいことが。
Right. Isn't this around the time when Konato-san and the others got back after leaving to go buy stuff?
あれ、作業全然できてないよ。この小道具作ったと思ったのに。
Just 2 minutes before. Was it? It was 9:35, right? But the idea is that there was a period of time after they got back,
おかしいよ。
right?
こっちの小道具も作ったのに。 これってまさか。
元の時間に戻りはしましたが、少しだけ早かったようですね。
ということは、今日の夜にした作業は。
はい、全部やり直しかと。
最悪だ。あれをもう一回だなんて。ちょっとどころかかなりきついよ。これってあの黒いのの復讐とか？
Maybe. Time is a spiteful beast.
大丈夫だよ。今度は終わりがあるもん。
or is he? Yeah.
みんなでやればすぐだよ。
その通りですよ。少なくとも今の時間は先へと続いてます。
Really with Adobe Photoshop crashing? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
うまく締めたね。さすがみゆきさん。わかったわよ。つまりとっととやれってことね。辛くなったら言ってね。私助けてあげるから。生意気言って。
I mean, Tsukasa kind of deserves to. You know, she did save our lives. We are eternally grateful.
けど
Also, hey, Moe Voltage Ring.
つかさ、あんたのおかげよ。みんなのおかげだよ。また一緒だよ。これからも一緒だ
I
よ。
constantly save when using Photoshop. Yeah. It's just a built-in habit of mine to just constantly press Control S all the time whenever I do anything in any sort of software, except for Microsoft Word. I actually have a problem with not doing it for Microsoft Word. I don't know why. I don't know why it is with Microsoft Word. I just don't have that habit. But I have it for almost anything else.
お疲れ様でした。お体は大丈夫ですか？
Alright, this is actually where the dialogue is unique based off of the person who has the most favorability. So this is Miyuki's version of it. Great work. Are you holding up okay? I should be asking you that, Miyuki-san. I bet you're exhausted after all that, right?
そんなことありません。このぐらい。
Don't force yourself. You're tripping over your own feet, see?
はい。お恥ずかしながら。
I knew you were exhausted. Let's take it easy today.
お気遣いありがとうございます。いてくれて本当に助かりました。
どこや。今度はいつや。
You know, honestly, having this be the only thing that favorability does in the entire episode, we'll save over this one since we don't need it anymore. This being the only thing favorability does in the entire episode kind of feels almost like it. They might have had bigger plans for this episode as far as favorability goes, but then they they kind of just didn't follow through on it. Anyway, so we want to dodge them for Tsukasa. Tsukasa-san, great job! Really, thank you so much.
違うよ。それは私だよ。みんながいなかったら私何もできなかったし。
That's not true. At the end, you were the one who decided to try opening the door, right?
けど無我夢中でみんなを助けたいって思ったら怖かったけど走ってて。だからやっぱりみんなのおかげだよ。本当にありがとう。
どこや。今度はいつや。
Actually, the idea of continuing to run even when you lose hope is actually a very interesting, very interesting actually when you think about some references that this game makes later on. Kind of makes me wonder if Run Melos is something I should read more about or maybe watch the movie for that.
私なのよ。
maybe there's more. Yeah. Although Run Mellis is only mentioned in RGO PSP, so I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, this is the Kagami good text, so.
でも正直こうやっていられることが奇跡のように思えるわ。
Yeah, but it's real. We all made it back here safely.
うん、ありがとう。いっぱい迷惑かけちゃったね。
I could say the same to you. When you saved me back there, I was so happy.
そうだったら貸し借りなしね。まあどうだっていいけど。
So that's what it is.
何よ。
You know, a tsundere. Somehow I understand what that is now.
うっさい。わかんなくていい。
No, but the blue gnome did.
どこや。
Okay, now time for... Ew, gross, Konata.
どれ。時計を見。あとこれか。これにて一件落着か。やっぱりリアルなドキドキは違うね。桁外れだよ。
So, you do it all again?
それはもう嫌だ。スペクタクルは2次元だけで十分。もうゴリゴリだよ。
And we can't keep it like this. We can't keep it with high levels of Konata favorability. No way.
どこや。今度はいつや。
どうやら体育館のようですな。
まさか1年前やないやろな。
No, we need negative Konata levels.
どうでしょう。せめて知り合いでもいれば。
Hey, look, you didn't say Izumi. Must be because she's not important.
ここはいつなんだ。ジュラ紀か白亜紀か。
You know, this line from Hikaru is very interesting because it implies it implies that Nanako and Hikaru, when they were traveling through time, that they might have ended up in like ancient history time periods, or you know, times like when the dinosaurs were around and such, which unfortunately we don't ever get to see any of that, but the implication at least is there.
いえ、現代です。元の時間ですよ。
So you teachers are being sent to different times and places just like us?
なんや自分らもか。お互い無事でよかったな。
だが、まだ時間が少々おかしくないですか。
言われてみればせやな。うちらがあなたんはもっと夜遅かったは
They
ず
went
や
to
ね。
Pompeii. Oh man. Right as the volcano was going off. This is just the time we came back to for some reason. Thanks to that, nearly all the work we did tonight got undone. Yeah, it would have been a fun mini scenario or something to have like their experience of what happened to them.
そらたまらんな。大丈夫か。いけるか。
気分的には無理ですけど、でもやるしかないですし。
You know, the idea of having to go back in time and repeat all the work that you did. It's like, if you think you've got it bad now, just imagine what protagonist has been feeling this whole time.
すまんな。けど自分らならできる。うちが保証するわ。
ありがとうございます。けど先生。
なんや、差し入れか。
違います。さっきなんで私の名前だけなかったんですか。
You see, Konata, look at what she said, right? She said, I'm glad to see you guys. Who would be glad to see you, Konata? That's all I'm saying.
せやったっけ。
私はいらない子ですか。
Yep, that's right, Conan. No one. Conan, the word you're searching for is garden gnome.
桜庭先生、そろそろ宿直室に戻らへんと。
小腹も空きましたしな。それでは失礼するぞ。
絶対に忘れてたよ、あれ。
As she should. As she should.
コナちゃん、ドンマイ。
Look, that's Koroi Sensei for you. I wouldn't worry about it too much, you know?
その通り。それよりみゆき、これからどうするの？さすがに解散しましょう。今日はゆっくりお休みください。
Finally, the game acknowledges the truth.
ああ、気が重い。
大丈夫だよ。絶対に終わるよ。じゃなきゃやってらんないよ。こんなことがあともう一回あったら、ぬいぐるみに向かって文句言うね。
なんでぬいぐるみなのよ。
神様に似てるから。
Right, so the joke here. Right. It's all your fault, Yoshimizu. You did this to us, you know? It's all Niamo's doing. Although Niamo, according to Moidro, are a type of angel. They're not God, but okay. With that as the punchline that capped things off, I couldn't help but to start finding this whole ordeal slightly amusing. Though of course, in reality, it was tough. Yeah, Dad, how dare you put us through this? In order to make up for the delay, our preparation times became very hectic. I felt like I had lost my sense of time. Yeah, it's exactly what it felt like. Everything I was doing felt like it was just scenery passing by. Yeah. Okay, my brain is trying to make a reference to Okusenman because there's that one lyric where it's like the passing scenery. As I see the scenery passing by Okusenman, right? But anyway, don't worry about it. However, there is an end to it. Unlike back then, there is no more leaping to different points in time. Although I guess Okusenman, the animation, is kind of about that theme, right? It's about the passage of time in some sense. I'll have to watch that sometime. I really like that animation. The Okusenman animation, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then I might need to show you guys. Yeah, there's now just one goal that time is flowing towards, right? I wasn't reading this, right? However, there is an end to it. Unlike back then, there is no more leaping to different points in time. Yes, there's now just one goal that time is flowing towards, and after a difficult journey, here we are.
本番まであと30分か。ドキドキしてきたね。
ちゃんとすんのよ。頑張ってね。
なんか態度が違う。私も主役級なんだけど。
I'm here for Gilgamesh.
付き合いの深さだよ。な、ひらぎ。
It's about how deep your relationship is.
ああ、なんだ草壁か。いつからいたの？
いや、結構前からスタンバってて。付き合いの深さだね。背景の一部と思われてるよ。
No, not Heike. Heike. It's the last thing Isao wants to hear.
わあ、綾のちびっこが、ひらぎが。はいはい。話は劇が終わってからね。みんな、花火上がるよ。開会式だよ。
ただいまより陽学園応答祭を開催いたします。皆さん、今年も頑張りましょ
う。意外と綺麗だね。すっごく学園祭って感じだよね。ドキドキしちゃうよね。
皆さん、本日はよろしくお願いします。
最後まで頑張りましょう。もちろんみんなで。
Yeah, Sakasa's her idea of always being obsessed with doing everything together is a very interesting thing there. Who thinks it's a good idea to launch fireworks during the day? Yeah. They even say that, I think, in episode 5, right? They're like, you know, launching fireworks just isn't... In the day, it's just not it, you know? Fireworks are for nighttime.
じゃああれやる？せーのってやつ。そんじゃエンジン組もうぜ。あっちびっこはいいぞ。背があれだろうからな。
Nah, she's not tall enough. It's like those rides, right? Must be this tall to enter. You know, they label Konata's height as, like, you know, it's the Chibiko height. It's too short. Got her.
失礼な。ちゃんと組めるよ。全員集まった？それじゃあよろしく。
And they're like, no, I'm sorry, Konata. My arms, they don't reach down that low. I can't reach them. Why me?
そんなの気にしないでいいから。ほら、早く早く。
Alright. Let's all do our part today. Ready? 1, 2.
Oh!
Yeah! I mean, you know, it's the 8. Oh! How's the weather down there, shorty? So bright. Too much gunpowder. Wait, is this my room? Kyon-kun, Denwa. We gotta get Baristas just joining the chat just to say that. I'm not used to seeing it, but I'm sure it is. It's my new bedroom. Wait, hold on a second. How many times has it been that I've woken up like this? I'll be fine. If I hurry, I'll make it just in time. Huh? Oh. You're right. That's strange. I think I actually do know where it is. Sure. Today is the day I transferred to this school. However, for some reason it doesn't feel like it. Feels like I'm used to going there. And I feel like I remember being concerned about this exact thing before. Even the way I woke up doesn't make any sense. What do I mean by too much gunpowder? No clue. Have I caught some sort of strange illness? While putting on my uniform, I turn on the TV. What comes on is a program I remember seeing before.
ひなたと日陰のアンラキシスター。アンラキシスター始まりです。司会の宮川ひなたと同じく司会の宮川日陰だよ。お姉ちゃん、今日のテーマは天高く馬どころか人も超える秋。スイーツがすごく美味しくて体重計が怖くないですか？
So Hinata's talking about like there's like a Japanese expression that is like, in autumn the skies are blue and the horses are stout or whatever, which basically just reflects the idea that fall is like, or autumn is, you know, like, you can call it fall if you really want to, but you know, autumn's like harvest time, right? So the idea is the horses get fat and they're preparing for winter, right? They're fattening up for winter. Protag is loaded. Look at this guy with a TV and computer in his room. Yeah, especially in 2008, right? If that's you, they will teach you a dieting method that shows immediate results. Yeah, it doesn't apply to me because I am fit and I have no... You know, he's giga chatted. Doesn't need it. I'm gonna change the channel.
いえいえ、関係大ありですよ。見ておくと後で大役立ち。お友達が絶賛お悩み中なんですもの。
Huh? Did they hear me through the TV? Also, who are these friends?
知りたければチャンネルはこのまま。最後までお付き合い
Could
く
be
ださい
hand me down. I mean, yeah, that's possible.
何やってるの？最初から遅刻するつもり？
It's also interesting that he just has a pet Nyamo. I wonder if it's like Tsukasa, where Tsukasa just... That's also confusing, because it's like, in the manga, it's like, Tsukasa either has like, she has a pet Nyamo too, or it's like a plush, or... It's kind of unclear, right? No, I'm not. I just want to watch the show. He has Windows Vista, it's not that good.
おーい、ちゃんと見てる？女の子の友達なくすよ。
ほら、早く遅刻するわよ。
Friends or being on time? Which one? Which one do I pick?
ダイエット、友達、モテモテ。転校早々彼女ができた。
Man, girlfriend right after transferring schools? It's pretty crazy.
いい加減になさい。もう朝起きた。部屋に行くわよ。
Windows Vista wasn't that. I've never used Windows Vista, so I can't really say how bad it really is or not. I went from Windows XP straight to 7. So, yeah. Which do I pick?
ねえ日陰ちゃん。
何お姉ちゃん。
He already has that as in a girlfriend. Yeah, I guess so. He's got 10. He's got 9 of them. Although as of now, he only has 6 of them, right? So, last 3 are still yet to be obtained. Although I guess 5 since we haven't done Yuki route yet, but yeah.
トーク上手くなったわね。
だってお肉食べたいもの。この番組のお金があれば、
Yeah,
週
with
に一度はお肉
operating
で。
systems that people say are bad, like it's obviously your mileage may vary type thing. It's like a lot of the issues people have with these OSs. It's like I don't know, it just never happened to me, but like I guess it sucks to be you, unfortunately, right? 'Cause people will be like, "What? I installed this operating system and it destroyed my computer," and it's like, man, what did you do?
姉はあれでも妹は育つ。日陰ちゃん、立派になったわね。
But you know, I guess if you have Windows is installed on like 10 million bajillion different computer hardware configurations, right? It's like people are bound to have some terrible experience with it because of that. 'Cause they have some like really messed up hardware setup that's like weird.
じゃないと死んでたしね。
It's either that or
今何
die.
か言ったかしら？
全然何も言ってないよ。さあ、お仕事お仕事。
Kage's gonna suffer from chronic anemia in the future. I hope not, but yeah. Just gotta get more meat.
それでは最初のダイエット方法は今大流行の軍隊式トレーニング、アーメイズブーストキャンプです。
So Ermi's Boost Camp is a reference to 2 things. It's a reference to Arlie Ermi, right? Who's like an American. Well, unfortunately, he passed away. I think in like 2018. But like he's it's like he's most known for being Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket. Which, yeah, I have a clip here, but yeah, it's pretty intense. He like he says a lot of. He says slurs and stuff. It's crazy, but yeah. And then Billy's Boot Camp. Billy's Boot Camp, which I actually should show you guys. It's great. It's great stuff. It's like a exercise video. It's a video series, I guess. Like you could like get these DVDs or VHSs or whatever. And they were very popular in Japan for some reason. I don't know what exactly it was that they liked so much. But they love Billy's Boot Camp. You remember him being one of them? That's crazy. I didn't know that. Really? That's crazy. It's one of the masks in Wrath of Cortex. I'll have to look into that.
Here we go.
Sounds insane to me. It's yeah.
Hey, come on.
You know, it's pretty standard stuff, right? For what it is. But the crazy thing is that it has a Wii game. There's a game on the Wii based on Billy's Boot Camp, and it's Japanese exclusive.
I'm Billy Blanks. Welcome to Billy's Boot Camp. Let's start the regular workout. Are you guys ready to get down today? All right, they're ready. Are you ready at home? Warm up your body first and be safe.
They're
while
playing
working out.
Queen,
To strengthen
Don't
your
Stop Me
cardio,
Now in the
it is
background.
important for you to count out loud while doing the workout. If you want your questions to be answered, listen to me carefully. First, let's learn the basic technique. Okay, let's get started.
So Simo from the
Get on your mission now.
Simo from the Discord servers
Let's move to
apparently
single hand
actually
fly.
played this game.
Good tricep exercise. Put
And,
your elbow
yeah,
down here
it's
and
crazy.
put the other one up.
So you
Flatten
use
your
like
back
two.
out.
Maybe I should play
And
this
don't
one
lean
day.
to the side. Arms
But
up. Elbows
apparently
up.
you use like
Put
two
your
Wii
elbow
remotes
down
to
here
do this.
And put the other one up. Flatten your back out and don't lean to the side. Put your
Just
elbow
Dance,
out
but
to
for
the front.
training.
Get the elbow out in front and bend the elbow. Okay. Switch to the right arm. Here we go.
So yeah,
Hand, left, right.
gets intense.
Give me a little more energy in the punch. Walk it out. Go. Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah, great. They reference Billy's Boot Camp and like this isn't the only time they reference it. They actually like this reference a decent amount.
それで
It's
は
just
テレ
more
ビの
stylish
前
Wii
の
Fit.
皆さん今日もよろしくお願いしますあもうこんな
Thinking about the Wii and fitness made me think of Wii Fit. And how oh, that makes me think of that one scene. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me bring up this clip. Such a good moment. I love that clip. Alright, we're back, Yamato. After so long, you're finally back.
あと少しで全てがけれどまた糸を操る手を止めてはならない
Next chapter, we get to see Miyuki expansion, yeah. A little more and all will be revealed. However, once again, the hands that spin the thread cannot be stopped.
あの人は分かっているの多分うすうすはけれど
That person, ooh, I wonder who that person is.
あと少し本当に少しだけ時はもう動き出しているから
There we go. The girls and boy who left their time. Yep, episode 4 is done. The me character also had the ability to stomp their feet like a sumo. Yeah, that's true. Hey, it's Misao. You hate how they made the beef character fat if you were overweight? Yeah. I actually still play Wii Fit. Sometimes. I haven't played it a lot recently, but I keep a streak on it. I play it every day. And yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that you just see your Mii get fatter and thinner as you gain and lose weight. Alright. So, don't want to go too much longer, but we do maybe have a little bit of time to do the 2 mini scenarios you unlock after finishing episode 4. So after doing episode 4, if you saw the Kanata scene, then you get the Kanata mini scenario. And if you saw the Miyuki as a baby or as a young child scene, you get the Yukari mini scenario. Which is odd that Yukari's in they even have a mini scenario for Yukari, because like she's not anywhere in the main story at all. She's only in this in the mini scenario. Makes me wonder if they had plans for her to show up in the main story at some point, and they didn't, but they kept her mini scenario. So yeah, this is already off to the bat. There's a reference to Ryan no Goki no Gokigenyo. I was like thinking where it had a O at the front of it, but this is like a Japanese variety show where yeah, there's like a giant dice block that people kind of roll around. You roll it and then it determines like what the topic of the conversation is gonna be. So usually it's like, oh, an embarrassing story, or oh, you know, whatever, stuff like that. And then they have a certain song that plays when they roll it, and like they yeah, it's just a thing associated with the show. If you ever seen Bocchi the Rock, they reference this show as well, with like a scene where they roll a dice block and do similar things. Yeah, Nani ga deru kana? Nani ga deru? Now I actually don't know what obadoru means, but yeah, nante tate. But yeah, I'm actually not sure what that topic is actually talking about, but there you go. The Hirugi family doubts your statement about, oh, they wanted to include everyone. Yeah, they don't have them. They don't have Minami's mom either, although she shows up in Net Idolmeister. Obadoru, it's over. Nante tate obadoru. Interesting. If you're being serious about, like, that's what that means. Because it's kind of like, nante tate is like whatever you say, or like, yeah, like whatever, yeah. So whatever you say, it's over. So I guess it'd be like a topic of like, you talk about like moments. You weren't being serious. Okay. So whatever you say, obadoru, whatever they're talking about there, I'm not sure what that's referring to. Is it afternoon already? Man, how do you think Yukari's always got her eyes closed, you know? How do you know if she's asleep or awake? Also, I think this is just what she wears in the anime, but it's like, looks like she wears pajamas all the time or something. I think that's not really what it's meant to be, but it just looks like pajamas to me. Make Miyuki do all of it.
あれの時間よね。家事も大事だけれど、あれだけはやっぱり欠かせないというか、ちょっとくらいいいわよね。
The old martial arts sensei with the eyes closed.
難病に侵された娘より子。
This was one of those images that I actually had to. It's a lot of work to get it to draw over this because this image looks quite different. Like I had to redo the whole logo and stuff. So if you look really hard, you might notice some of the jank, but I think I did a decent job at this one. Gao's Love Theater, Alas My Daughter. So Gao's Love Theater as a reference. It's kind of complicated to explain it, but Gao's Love Theater is named after so Gao is named after Cow Corporation, right? Which it's more obvious in Japanese because the way that they write cow and Gao has like this. They both use the O, like for meaning king kanji, right? Between cow and Gao. So it's a little more similar. And then also in Japanese phonetics, right? Ka and ga, right? Ga is just the voiced version of ka, right? So there's a little bit more of a connection there. And then, yeah, so it's kind of meant to be based off this Japanese phonetics. Or not Japanese, the cosmetics thing, right? It's SOVL. I'm not sure what SOVL means.
その主治医となった若い医師光一は、なんと幸子の亡くなった夫の隠し子だった。しかし揺れ動く幸子の心に追い打ちをかけるように新たな展開が。
Poor Sachiko.
このドラマいつもいいところで終わっちゃうのよね。
Always ends as about to get good, just like Keelix Star, right?
だから続きが気になって気になって。
本日の放送は今までの物語を1時間にまとめた総集編に加え、2時間のスペシャル版をお送りいたします。今から3時間、どうぞ皆さんお楽しみください。
あら、そうなの？ 3 時間ってお茶とおせんべいを用意しないと。
Man, 3 hours. That's like the length of a Timepiece Master stream. Go can relate with the heart problems.
で、そうじゃなくて、どうしましょう。さすがに家事が手につかないかも。これを見逃すわけにはいかないし、でも家事をしないわけにもいかないし。そうね、この際総集編は諦めて、その間に家事を片付けてしまいましょう。そうすれば2時間はたっぷりスペシャル版を楽しめるわね。でもつけておいて横目で見ているくらいはいいわよね。
大変申し上げにくいことですが、お嬢様の病気は。
Man. What's going on in that picture? Is that like her lungs or something? It feels like one of those like Rorschach tests or whatever you call them.
このシーンかわいそうだったわよね。せっかくこれから再スタートって時だったのに。あら、お客様？
お荷物をお届けに上がりました。
ああ、今いいところなのに。はーい、すぐ行きます。
こちらにサインか印鑑をお願いします。
This house looks familiar. This looks like a certain person's house. Actually, they use this background for Kagami's house. They use it for Kagami's house too. Everyone's house be looking like this.
はーい、ポンと。
ありがとうございました。
あら、これ冷凍物ね。冷蔵庫にしまわないと。
They live in the same house.
終わったわ。さあ、続き。
よりこ、ダメよ。病気になんか負けちゃダメ。
Miki's house is huge and rich, yeah. Shouldn't look just like the other ones.
そんなこと言ったって無理よ。私、どうせ死んじゃうんだから。バカ、なんてこと言うの。あなたの病気は
How can
治
she
るの。
slap?
必ず治るのよ。お母さん、私
Yeah, Yukari does the Ada Ada thing.
そうよ、負けちゃダメ。絶対にダメよ。
Misao has the same interior design as Kanata. I'm not necessarily no, because Misao visits Kagami's house in the Misao mini scenario. We don't ever see Misao's house in this game, or I don't think we ever see Misao's house in anything, but at least not in any of the games so far. Like if you cry every time.
速達です。
すぐ行きます。
We've only seen Misao's room in the anime or manga.
さあ、続き。
I mean, like, we know, there's like in the guidebooks and stuff, we know Konata's entire house layout. I know that. I remember seeing that. So.
さて、それでは主婦の皆様にこの新しい洗剤レッツを試していただきましょう。
Misao is homeless and lives with Ayano theory. Interesting. I don't know about that. So let's, right? Let's is seemingly based off of the fact that there's a laundry detergent from Cow Corporation called Attack. And so it's kind of like, let's attack. It's kind of weird, but that's the idea, I think. The other reason why I kind of think that it could be referring to this attack is because of the taglines of Let's are strikingly white and surprising results, where the tagline on top of this box is like, with one spoonful, you get surprising whiteness, right? So it's kind of, they have kind of similar taglines. And yeah. So it says detergent and fabric softener on the box on the bottom left corner of it. Homeless family. Yeah. Also, the way that mom is like grabbing her son, it's like, or where's her hand? Wait a minute, she's not grabbing her son's hair. You can't be doing that. Oh my gosh, look, she's grabbing the guy's crotch. It's messed up.
でもこれで落ち着いて。またなの？
奥さん、米屋です。
Selling rice.
クリーニングのお届けに上がりました。
So I wish we saw Misao's mom. Yeah.
三河屋です。
Mikawaya desu. Right, this is Sazaya-san reference. So in Sazaya-san, there's like a drink kind of like store or whatever called Saburo. Or not called Saburo, it's called Mikawaya. But there's a guy who works for Saburo called There's a guy who works for Mikawaya called Saburo. And he drives around on this and does like house deliveries, and when he shows up at their houses, he goes Mikawaya this, right? Like this is Mikawaya. So it's meant to be that this guy is showing up at Yukari's house. I remember there's like a manga panel where you see like Hiyori's grandma or something. So if we can see Hiyori's grandma, we should be able to see Misao's mom.
あなたは神を信じますか?
That's such a funny. So this is some random priest according to some internal like text within the game that is hidden. But Anata wa kami wo shinjimasu ka? Saw Hiyori's mom and grandma.
これでやっと。もう知らないわ。集金とか来ても無視しちゃうんだから。
Even if debt collectors come. What about tax collectors, Yukari? Are you gonna do that too?
この番組は引き続きご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りいたします。
Sponsored V-Ridge Corporation, right? So, yeah, V-Ridge is the developer of this game, so.
結局総集編はほとんど見られなかったわね。でももう誰が来ても出ないって決めたから、これで心置きなくゆっくりテレビが見られるわ。そろそろ CM も終わるわね。2時間スペシャル楽しみ。
ガオー恋の劇場ああ娘よ2時間スペシャル。
The thing you said earlier was supposed to be a joke, but it was like a failure. No, don't answer, as in like don't answer whether she believes in God or not. I just didn't have anything to say to that. Although I'm pretty sure if they are of any religion, I'm pretty sure that they're most likely Buddhist or something. Given that electrifying Shibireru Akagareru. Yeah. Yeah, and given Miyuki's constant like Buddhist references, if they're of any religion, it's probably Buddhism.
すごい雨と雷でしたね。
Oh, the Misao Konitsu shares a similar interior
遅くな design.
って
しまいました。
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know if I understand what the joke is there. I think I'm just being dense or something. Daughter abandonment.
あら、洗濯物に食材、お届け物に、これはクリーニング？なんだかうちの中がいつにも増して崩壊しているような。お母さん？リビングにもいないということは2階でしょうか？あら、テーブルの上に何かメモのようなものが。旅に出ます。探さないでください。母より。家で
So this sort of a fun fact about this image is that this text I wrote with I wrote it with a mouse. So I didn't have a drawing. My drawing tablet didn't work at this time. I had to replace it, so I didn't have it to draw the text. So I had to draw it with a mouse very carefully. I tried very hard to make it look good, But it actually kind of works in its favor because this is kind of meant to be a scrawled note, right? Written in a hurry or written without much care for, you know, penmanship, right? So, yeah. I think it came out pretty good. Please don't look for me. I'm going out for milk or cigarettes, right? Either or.
何があったんでしょう。
Ran away. Looks legit. Well, thanks. And then there's also the Kanata mini scenario.
ああ、カナタ、ちょっといいかな。
Which presents us
話があるんだ。
an alternative perspective on the proposal, as well as what happened in between, while the Denpa Taiso, you know, Back to the Future moment was happening.
何？
大事な話なんだ。こっちへ来て座ってくれないか。
Something important? What could it be? So-kun has an unusually meek look on his face. When he called me over, he avoided making eye contact with me for some reason. Usually in moments like this, when So-kun wants to talk to me, it's because there's some expensive toy he wants to buy. However, something about today felt different.
それで改まって何のお話？
まあその大した話じゃないんだけどな。
It was then that I knew that it was in fact a big deal. If it really wasn't a big deal, So-kun wouldn't have gone out of his way to preface it like that.
そのもう付き合い始めてずいぶん経つしだな。
ええ。
ここらでそろそろ結構
Mare?
なんだ今の音。
That was Tsukasa. Normally, I wouldn't have given a second thought to such a small noise. But upon seeing the way he quickly swallowed his words, as if the noise had given him a way out, it suddenly dawned on me. He must be trying to... This stream has now been as long as Yukari's TV special, yeah. The moment I realized what was happening, alarm bells started going off in my heart. Surely he's noticed that. There's just no way he wouldn't pick up on it. The problem is that So-kun's the kind of person who has a really hard time saying stuff like that. That same man is now looking straight at me, trying to utter those special words. And I really want to hear him say those words. I want to cherish the sound and take it all in.
お隣さんが何か落とした音じゃない？別に気にすることないわ。
そっか。なんだ。焦っちゃったよ。
Took everything I had to feign composure as I spoke.
それでさっきのお話の続きは？結構何？
まあその結構俺の趣味にも理解を示してくれるようになったよなって。
Before I am Mary. Yeah. Instead in Japanese they kind of go for like the kekkon. Kekkon means marriage, but then he's like, but the word kekko can mean like very much, like, so it's like marry versus very. So he's like, you become very understanding of my interests lately.
付き合う時にあんなこと言っておいて、今さら理解も何もないでしょ？
He's just nervous.
それもそうか。
そうくん。
Thankfully, when I proposed, it was not like a surprise or anything, so it was like much easier to do it. Honestly, I didn't know what to say. I know that it's really hard for him to say things like this. But still, I wanted to hear him say it. I wanted those words to come from his own mouth. It's not like we hadn't been dating for a long time. We've also known each other since we were kids. So I truly believed it was only a matter of time. Recently, I've started waiting in anticipation for that day to come. That's why I really wanted to hear him say it now.
話はそれだけなの？他には？
いや、その、
She was the older one. Yeah, I mean, it's... She is older by... Well, no. Are they born in different years? That I don't remember. But I know that Kanata is... In terms of birthday, she's born one day before Sojiro. We don't get to see him propose? Well, just you wait.
そうくん？
その、それだけだな。あとは、なんでもない。
そう。
My prayer went unanswered. I stoop up immediately so he wouldn't see my disappointment.
それじゃあ私、買い物があるから行ってくるね。
もう、気をつけてな。
The whole time until I left the apartment, I felt like I was going to cry.
でも、泣くわけないよね。
It's not as if I don't understand how hard it must be for him, so it's not worth crying over. Though it's precisely because I understand that which makes me want to hear him say it in his own words. However, at the same time, I kind of knew that this was how it was going to end up.
考えてみれば、昔からそうだったもの。
It was the same way when it came to what caused us to start dating. I got into gal games because you would never give me the time of day. He said something like that while facing me. If he had said that to any ordinary girl, surely they would have been disgusted. But I knew that it was Sokun trying his best to confess his feelings for me. Man, what a weird way to say that. What a pickup line. Yeah. Gotta use that one on all the girls. When he's embarrassed, he tries to play things off as a joke and hides his true feelings. He's good at joking around, but awkward when it comes to anything else. But he always...
まっすぐ、真剣に私を見てくれた。私のいいところも悪いところも全部認めてくれた。そしていつも私の手を握って。
It's pretty good CG, wholesome. She's got very pink cuticles. She must apply like, I don't know, makeup to them or whatever, right? She paints her nails, right? He lives without a care in the world. He'd go walking off to all his favorite places, and me, being so little, would always have to maintain a slight running pace in order to keep up. Still, Sokun always held my hand tightly, and we'd never get separated. Or we'd never be separated.
それだけでとても安心できた。
When I'm with Sokun, I can feel at ease. He helps me to feel at ease. So, for that reason...
自分の気持ちに正直になって、その言葉を私から伝えてもいいよね。けど、女の方から言うなんて少しはしたないかな。いや、そうくんはオタクなんだから、きっとそれくらいのインパクトが欲しいはずよね。
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how otaku feel about that. It's not something I've seen people talk about. But what exactly should I say?
毎日私の味噌汁を飲んでくれって今も飲んでるし大して変わらないわよね。
I'm not sure if please eat my miso soup every day or something similar is like an actual like saying or not or whatever, but yeah, it's interesting.
同じ墓に入ろう。じゃあ古すぎるだろうし。
That must also be some sort of saying, but that's kind of morbid in a way. Come to think of it, there's a scene like this in a manga Sokun's reading. Sokun's an otaku, so maybe it'd be better if I took a quote from something?
そうくん、 そうくんだって好きでもなんでもないんだから。
I don't like you, not one bit. I can't say that. So-kun might take it seriously and it'd be a total catastrophe.
そうくん、ひざまずいて足をおなめ。
Get on your knees and lick my feet. No, So-kun might actually do that. He's freaky. He's a foot fetishist.
1万年と2、3年前から愛してます。
Hey, now that's a reference. This is a reference to Genesis of Aquarian, which has a lyric in it that is I've loved the original lyric is I've loved you since 10 and 2000 years ago, which is pronounced like ichiman nen tonisen nen, right? And then I've loved you since 10,002 or 3 years ago is pronounced ichiman nen tonisan nen mai. So it's very, instead of nisen mai, it's san nisan mai. So pronounced similarly, but they kind of mean different things. Which yeah, I can maybe play a tiny bit of this song, but I gotta be careful. I can just play the part that where they do that line. No, it right here. Which actually reminds me of the fact that there's let's see if I can pull it up really quickly. There's actually, this is part of this, that Genesis of Aquarian song also shows up in the Misao Nico medley. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. Yeah, right here. So they do the same song. I ishiteru. 1万年と2000年前から愛してる Yeah. Oh, but another thing about Genesis Aquarian is that Genesis of Aquarian is an anime from 2005, right? This game, so it's actually kind of anachronistic, but oh well. Because yeah, they shouldn't be able to know about Genesis of Aquarian back in like the 1980s or whatever. But oh well, that might work. So-kun does like stuff involving ancient civilizations after all, right? So there's Genesis of Aquarian has some sort of element of like stuff from like ancient civilizations a little bit. I don't know too much about that show, but that is kind of what that's referring to. You've heard that remix like 100 times. That's not surprising. Of course. Why was I even considering anything else? I can't express how I truly feel if I'm borrowing someone else's words. No matter how awkward it is, I have to tell So-kun with words I came up with all on my own. And that's because... As I said that, I felt the fog in my heart clear up.
あれ、カナタ、買い物に行ってたんじゃ。
Huh? Yeah. Right. I said that when I left, but I didn't come back with anything. It was obvious that I hadn't actually gone shopping. But right now I don't care about stuff like that.
途中で引き返してきたの。そうくんに伝えたいことがあって。
ちょっと待ってくれ、カナタ。俺が先に言いたいことがある。
So-kun was looking straight at me.
なんか、いろいろあってな。変でうるさい音楽聴かされたり、 人類保管がどうとかなんとか機関だの計画だの
Yeah, he wouldn't even know about that yet because Evangelion hadn't come out at the time. See that, like, they knew it took place before Evangelion, but then they reference something that comes out after Evangelion. Man.
そうか
Because of course, I mean, Sojiro would know what human instrumentality is talking about.
でも正直そんなことはどうだっていいんだ俺が言いたいこと
Yeah, they just forgot when they wrote this scene. They didn't think they'd get through too hard. It hit me all at once. It's not like we hadn't been dating for a long time. I've known him since we were kids. So-kun, the person who has a really hard time saying those sorts of things.
さっき言いかけて言えなかったことだそれをこれから言う
Still, it was what I wanted So-kun to say. Those words I've waited so long to hear.
俺は世界中で一番彼方を愛してる
そうくん
唯一絶対の自信を持って言えるだから結婚しようダメか
I knew So-kun would do it better than I ever could. As this thought popped into my head, tears of happiness came pouring out.
おい恥ずかしいのこらえて言ったんだぞ笑うのはなしだろ笑うのは
笑ってるように見える
あ泣いているのか
バカね両方よ
Man, yeah. And on that very wholesome note, that's the end of the stream, guys. Did a lot. We finished episode 4. We saw these 2 mini scenarios. So now next time we're gonna be able to start episode 5 intro content, and then work on the Utica and Minami Lucky Lucky Memorial routes. So yeah, almost. Well, not almost. We still have a lot more of the game left. We're going to be doing RGO August, probably even RGO September. But we will get through the whole game. So, yeah. But yes, that is all for today. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.